Hello. Hello, hello. Or wait. Hi, we're here.
Could you imagine? Okay, no laughing for the rest of the stream.
Already failed.
No matter what we talk about,
Unpossible.
I will not laugh.
You're a goddamn liar.
That is true. Let's see how long I can go before I forget.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
You need to watch
You don't even have.
or just listen to. That's perfect because we could bring it up on over here if we can find it. Let me send it to you. What happened when the moth came?
Oh,
My
Did
stream
you?
from this morning.
Oh my lord.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
It was so crazy. And I probably okay, so Sativa might not be my friend. I'm just gonna say that. Sativa, sorry, if that's the wrong thing. No, actually, it's the same thing. I mean, you've seen me when there's a bug in the room, specifically one I can't find, and
Not a moth.
well, sure.
Usually it's like a wasp.
Usually
or a bee
the
that-
moth isn't on me, has not landed on me. But yeah, usually a bee. I did tell my bee story though.
Yeah, I'm not used to you reacting that way to just any bug. Why is this mouse not?
I hate the way that this works. I love this little guy, but it just doesn't work right as a thing. I like have to I don't know, something. It's not quite right.
What happened?
I saw myself in the big screen,
Oh,
and it is so grainy.
well, it's because there's almost no light in here.
I know. Is that what it really looks like?
Yeah.
So that's not what it looks like.
What?
That screen.
It's the same.
Oh,
This
okay.
is just much smaller, so you can't see the grain.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean in this low light, it's gonna be grain. Grain time. It's gonna be whole grain.
So when I try to look at the camera, it looks like I'm looking into wherever. When I try to look down there, I don't know what it looks like I'm looking at. Alright, I'm just gonna keep looking in the camera. Fuck it. Get
I
used to this uncomfortableness.
wish that this mouse would decide. Ooh.
What's it doing? I can't look. Looking in the camera.
I wish that it would work.
Hey, Adrian.
Oh, did it? Oh, there, it's working. Hooray! Okay.
Unintentional mukbang still says, I love Restream.
Well, I just didn't change this.
I know,
which
it's
I never do.
It's funny.
I never do. Because it doesn't really work that well that way.
Right.
Okay, so I'm looking at you.
At my last stream. And there shouldn't have even... What ended
Did
up
somebody
happening
clip it?
was- No, it hasn't been clipped. You're going to have to find it.
Oh, so that's hard.
I can do it.
How
I can do it while you talk.
do I?
Just let me do it.
Where even are the videos? God, I hate Twitch. Right? Like,
This
why?
doesn't look right, actually.
Everything's stupid.
I'll send it to you. I don't know.
Are we?
Anything fun tonight? I hope so. Would you like to do something that's not fun, though, instead? Because we could probably do that. I'm not sure if... How do we go about making a not fun stream? Do we argue?
There we go.
Do we not let any of the cats show, maybe?
Even though two of the three of them are here, even as we speak, just not
Okay.
visible on camera.
Saturday Slither.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay. Whereabouts?
Okay, so when you see him, go back. And then keep going back until you stop seeing the screen. Go back. No, go back. Go back until you see the game. Until you see the game. Yeah. It starts during the game.
Okay, hold on. Let me pause that. Can't pause it by just clicking it. Everything sucks.
I'm
Anyway.
sorry. I'm so sorry.
I
I know, it's a terrible interface. And I got banned from YouTube. Not banned, but I'm on a timeout. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Why they hate me? It's because I used to be monetized.
I see.
That's what got me instead of you. I'm higher up on the list or something.
Did you ever get money?
No.
You were
I never
monetized.
made a single dime. I just did it because they told me to. Okay.
Okay, so
yeah, turn it up now. Unmute. It should be fine at any point.
Right. So
here.
I have drowned twice. Not
You'll want to turn it up.
drowned when I was young.
I can't. We can't
it's
hear
not
it.
attached.
It's
Right, that's
going
one
to
of
the
reasons
Oh,
I
the
learned how to
TV.
swim and it
It's
became a
going
lifeguard
to the stream,
for
but it's not coming to us.
a while.
Oh,
Because I got saved by lifeguards, and that was
hopefully you can hear
the
it.
thing I respected the most
Okay.
at the
We
time.
need to hear it a little bit, but it should be okay. Just if we do.
Also, because I couldn't go into the military because of my thalassemia.
I don't know how much time we have before that, but
This
what I was
is
into
the Twitch
then.
website.
That's me.
Oh my God. Okay.
So this is
all
me
right,
playing-
listen, I am gonna turn the light on in here.
okay, no,
No,
go
I'm
back.
so
I was
back.
still looking
Okay,
for it at
wait,
that
beef.
point. That's so funny. So go back to
I
the
was afraid
next
of bees,
the
and
next
everybody
screen you
knows
see
it.
where I'm
And now you
dying
can
basically.
kind of
No, go
guess
forward. It's
by
not
the
very
way
far
that I'm
from here.
behaving.
Okay, it's at the death of this guy. Because I'm not
Oh.
talking about it right now. So
Okay.
go down, and go to when you see the screen after this. You know how it changes when I die.
Yes.
Go right before I die.
That I'm behaving right now,
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm not able to not behave that way for some
Not
reason.
the.
Is that the same one?
It wasn't the same as what I like. I went here and I clicked, and that's not what
Okay,
I'm
we'll
looking
go back
at
just a little bit.
because their
Right,
timeline
so
sucks.
I have drowned twice, not died.
Okay, go back.
drowned.
We're still
when I
in
was young.
that whole like me talking about it. It went on for a
And
while,
it's
but
not
we don't have
even
to
because,
watch
like,
that.
I saw a
for-
bunch of movies about like it as a kid or anything like that. It's always just like I just don't like them, or those loading, those dock loading
Okay, go back.
things.
Yep.
I've ridden.
So go back,
many, and
go
I've
back
had
to
so
the
much fun.
loading screen, the next loading screen there.
So, my three biggest fears.
Yep, go back.
And-
Okay, it's right before this loading screen.
So there's a moth in here.
Oh, yep. Okay, there it is.
Oh,
Okay, go back.
God.
this is
So here's
it.
the thing: my door's closed.
All right.
That murdered me.
A little
That
back.
gave me
Yeah, right before I die.
like
Yes.
so many more places than you actually. Thank you, Kim. Something landed on me. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was though, and I don't know where it is.
That was just.
There's something in here.
So,
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
just
Yeah, yeah.
They are
What?
very good at avoiding getting hit, unless you're big. If you're real big, they just kind of get like lagged into you. Not really.
Yeah, this is the game that I play, Adrian, on my
You
channel.
can head them off at the pass. There's a lot of interesting things about this game.
I'm on a
that
team.
If you've only played it casually, you won't know. But one of the other things about it is that your hit point is just a little tiny dot. You can fit into like so many more places than you actually.
and then you die.
Something landed on me. I'm sorry. I don't know what it was though.
You didn't have
I
your
don't know
camera
where
on.
it is.
No. The second time I jumped, I did. See this
There's
cut on my hand?
something in here.
Mhm.
I
Oh my
had a
God.
black star on it, one of those little stars, and I turned my hand, and I had. This was after Flash was in the room. If you.
I'm so scared right now. Okay, I see it.
Okay, I see it.
God, it's just a moth.
So when it landed on my hand, I didn't know what it was. That's why I was so freaked out. So my brain was just like, okay.
That murdered me. That gave me a heart attack and a half. Here's the thing, it landed on my hand. And it was big. And I didn't see it. You know how when you see something out of the corner of your eye, and it's really dark in here. I don't know if you know, I keep the lights down really low.
It does
I'm like
keep the lights
trying
really
to
low.
explain
I'm gonna have to get
my
the-
neurosis right now to everybody because I can
Oh,
tell that
Jesus.
like I'm already
okay, all
descending into the madness of where
Yeah,
the fuck
put
is
the
this
moth
moth? You know, my brain is like, the moth is going to scare me again.
So here's
and
the thing,
I'm
the
not
door's
ready.
Closed. I haven't seen a moth all night. I've been in
Yeah,
here
that's the-
working all night. So
Yeah, that's the thing. The door was
I
closed,
literally
and I had
came
never
left
seen a
to get
moth
a
like the
drink
entire time.
since I got
So
off
I assume
work.
they came in when the guys came
So-
in.
Probably.
This is the first I'm knowing about a moth being in the room, so that's why I jumped. So
I'm just trying to
so
like
far,
explain
it's not
myself.
like it's like,
so
oh yeah,
good.
moths get in the
That's
house all
why
the
I
time.
jumped.
Like,
It's
literally,
not
I've
because
been
I'm
here
afraid
for,
of
like,
moths.
7 hours.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Where's that moth? Oh, it's so good. The moth thing goes on for a while, but eventually I let Flash in because he was crying at the door, and I
actually
also
have a
realized
story.
if
I
I
was
let him
wondering
in, he
about
might
that.
get the moth.
Did he?
So
No,
I
we
told
didn't
you,
see it again.
My
So it's still in
three
there.
biggest fears.
Well, your
things
door's
I'm
been
scared
open,
of.
so it's
Anyway,
probably
we
not.
don't need to listen to my biggest fears. We can. Someone else can listen to these.
So, where is it that you jump again?
With this is so this one's on camera because I let Flash in the room,
There he is.
and I was just
Black
kind of
thing on
showing him.
it. But that black thing, this is one of those pimple patches,
Okay, there it
and
is,
I put it
yeah.
on. Okay.
Oh, look at
Also, I'm
him.
just wearing a t-shirt. It's fine, so we don't need to- Look at that man.
We need more cameras in here. We need another camera for Cat.
Cat cam. When did it happen?
Flash, why don't you do your job and find that moth for me?
He's just a big
Close
lump.
over with him in the room right now because he loves going after bugs. Yeah, he will. He won't
I
eat
must
it
have-
either. He'll just.
Oh, I haven't.
bat
Yeah, I
it
haven't noticed
and
yet.
then I'll can take it
Must
outside.
have not been. Oh yeah, because I brought the camera down.
So what scared
Look,
you?
here-
The
here-
sticker?
here. Yeah, the sticker. So watch. So I like move. He's so cute, and I'm like,
So
oh, I'm
funny.
gonna move the camera.
If you guys want to see the kitty, there we go.
Here, and then I catch my hand.
There he is.
I didn't watch this back. I just know what happened. Give him belly rubs.
Flash, 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 flash.
He's so funny. Look at him.
What are you doing?
Here.
Here, that's better.
So I like. I'm just barely looking at because I'm looking at him in the camera because he's so cute. And so I can still see like chat
I
and
need to
stuff.
get back to my knee.
Here.
Mama has trolls to hang out with.
Gets his cat
He's
time.
actually
Yeah, there's a lot of
nice.
cat time here.
I'm gonna do that real quick.
It's got to be
How about-
soon.
how about that? God,
Oh, what a cutie.
it's ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous. He's been so lovey-dovey ever since the vet. It's like he had this like life-affirming. Oh my God! Did you see what just happened? I
You
got
have
scared
never seen my hand move so fast.
because there's a black.
I
thing
went,
on it.
I went like this. I
That
went.
black thing- This is one of those pimple
There it
patches,
is.
and I put it on my hand because I have a cut on my hand.
Push that side in a
I
little
just
bit more.
scared the shit out of myself. with my
Okay,
own-
you can
oh
turn
my
it
God,
now.
I'm so crazy.
It happened
I'm
again,
so crazy.
but the next time it wasn't on video. This dude, he's like, ah, ah.
Did you see that happen? Like in real time? Oh my God. That, oh my God.
I want
I'm sure it was.
You want to see it again?
the replay.
He'll just like bat it.
A little far, yeah.
It's ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like getting belly rubs and
He's
flipping
been
over when
so
he does it.
lovey-dovey ever since the vet.
Here it
It's
is.
like he had this like life-affirming.
Bap!
Did you hear the smack?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you see what just happened? He had this like life-affirming.
That was the fastest I've ever moved my
So
hand ever.
lovey-dovey.
I have
All right,
never ever moved that fast.
I'm
Is that going to
clipping
be a
this.
sound?
I'm clipping this.
Ever since the vet, it's like he had this like life-affirming.
Hold on. So, stop. Ugh.
That was
There we
like one frame.
Mama has trolls to hang out with.
Yeah, you can. Wait.
Going after
It's
both.
the it's the other way. Go the other way.
Wanna see the kitty?
All the way at the end, like it was, and then scoot from the back
Mama
end.
has
Yeah.
trolls to hang out with.
No, the other way. Yeah. No. Oh, how much of it do you want to get?
Well, I mean, I was trying to find it because
No. Oh no, here.
you already. No, it was.
No. Keep
It's-
going. Just keep going to the. Keep going. Keep going.
Ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous. He's been so
There.
lovey-dovey.
It's like right after this.
Huh.
He's
And I'm
been
talking.
so lovey-dovey.
Let me.
Ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous.
You want to just get him?
Yeah, there we go.
He's been so lovey-dovey ever
Didn't want to
since
start
the
on
vet.
the.
It's
on
like
his
he
butt.
had this
Yeah.
like life-affirming. It's ridiculous. Mr. Ridiculous.
I kind of want to go a little bit.
Oh, okay. Then you
Farther,
can
yeah.
do that.
He's
You have to
been
do
so
it.
lovey-dovey
You have to let it
ever
play a
since
little
the
bit
vet.
longer.
Oh my god, did you see what just happened?
Yeah. Wait. Give it.
I got scared of my own hand because there's a black thing on it. But that black thing, this is one of those pimple patches, and I put it on my hand because I have a cut on my hand. I just scared the shit out of myself with my own hand. Oh my god, I am so crazy. Why am I so crazy? Why am I so crazy?
just
There we go.
Just
That's good.
it's like you guys are just gonna watch a 43-year-old woman descend into madness over the existence of a
There's a
moth in her
black thing
room
on
for
it.
the next.
But that black thing, this is one of those this like life ever since the vet. Mr. Ridiculous. He's been so lovey-dovey ever since the vet. It's like he had this like.
I wasn't ready at all.
life-affirming-
Bah!
Oh my god! Did you see what just
I should
happened?
edit that and then just do the little smack sound
I
with like
got
a little.
scared of my
little
own
thing.
hand because there's a black thing on it. But that black thing, this is one of those pimple patches, and I put it on my hand because I have
Flash
a cut on
losing
my
his shit
hand.
back there.
I just scared the shit out of myself with my own hand. Oh my god, I am so crazy. Why am I so crazy? Flash, why am I so crazy?
I don't care. Bye.
Did you see that happen? Like in real time? Oh my god. That, oh my, I'm Mr. Ridiculous. Crazy. Why am I so crazy? Flash, why am I so crazy? Mr. Ridiculous.
Wait, let him flip over,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
that'll be.
Why am I so crazy? Whee! Mr.
Okay.
Ridiculous.
What should we call this?
Bap. Why am I so crazy?
There we go. I did a thing. I did a Twitch thing.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, that was funny. That was really funny.
Wait, am I logged in here as me or you?
I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't matter either way.
Well, oh yeah, I'm logged as me because
Mhm.
it's clipped by me. Okay.
You wanted to show in your clips.
Dependable Mango.
You can just click the copy thing.
No, it's funny,
Oh yeah, they always make them funny.
right? Okay. Anyway.
Oh Jesus Christ! I thought you would enjoy that. The-
That's-
Ah!
Okay.
But I told them about the story about Ace.
What about Ace?
Uh,
What
when we were
story
at
about
Kings
Ace?
Island.
Oh, you still owe her for that one.
That's exactly what I said. I was gonna get her real good when she lived here. I was gonna figure out a way to make the skeleton come down from the ceiling and like jump scare her when she opened her closet. But I didn't. Because I'm too nice. I would die if that happened to me. If a skeleton just fell in my face from my closet, I would lose my shit. Plus, I didn't want it to accidentally hit her. I guess I could have saran wrapped it.
Man, this thing is kind of weak sauce.
Yeah, well, it's funky. So yeah, we were at Kings Island, and it was wasps, okay? Wasps I have, like bees I can chill myself out around. Wasps don't. I'm done. I'm just done. But I spent a year with bees in my car. Like, some very long amount of time with a beehive in my car. So, like, I have a reason. You know? I have good reason to fear bees.
Because reasons.
So, no, so...
Flash. Flash, Flash. Mr. Flash.
Anyway, we were at Kings Island, and I was sitting down, and it was one of those situations where I was already really stressed out, so, like, it was not great anyway. You know, I was ready to have a beer and chill out and eat some food and, like, you know, have a nice time finally. And I saw the wasp, and I was like, oh shit, there's a wasp over there. And when you have a fear of stuff, it's just in your peripheral, like you're thinking about it. Mm-hmm. It's just there. And my sister knows this, and I had kind of jumped a few times when I saw the wasp kind of come close. And she thinks she's funny because everybody in my family are assholes. And she just, like, tickled my neck a little bit at some point. She just went to, like, try to make me jump a little bit. What happened instead was I screamed and I threw my entire beer in my face.
It's true.
And she thought it was so funny. So funny for so long. She'd be like, remember that bee? What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, the cringe practice katana story. Did you listen to those?
I mean, I know that story.
Yeah. Do you like that picture? With Jaunty's arm. Why do I do this?
Why did it not give it the title?
I don't know. The game, you mean? Yeah, I don't know why. It's just, it only gives it the title of the game. When you click it, then it shows it after you click it. Or maybe it's because I didn't do it. That's probably it. Maybe. I don't know.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Oh, this is different.
Oh, we must have clicked it twice.
Oh, did I?
No? That's weird.
Did it not work? Oh, it
took your first one. I can get rid of it. And we're free. Did you grab the link to the other one? So don't filter by featured. Filter by recent.
Oh
no, that's the video. That's the actual video. You were just watching it.
No.
That's not the... Oh.
Because that was only...
Go back to my stream, and then if you're looking for it, go down, and then go to the videos, and then go to filter by. Go up, up, keep going up. Filter by highlights, clips. Yeah, clips. There.
Oh, so this one's...
It grabbed the first one. I'll delete it.
No, I make this... I get scared because because one of the cats, in this case, I think it was Creedmoor, will come chasing Gimmick in.
Oh yeah,
into
well
here.
that's legitimate though.
And
Like,
so
that's,
Gimmick
you
is
know.
just like I can see out of the corner of my eye, Gimmick just coming at me. You didn't see it because she just jumps into my lap, which I'm always scared though because she
Why
has
is
like
there
these
something in my eye?
razor sharp claws.
Mhm.
So I'm always afraid that I'm going to not, that she's just going to shred my lap.
Let me fix it. Will it let me fix it? Will it let me fix it? Okay, creator mode. There we go. So, you played all of the rest of the things yesterday?
Me?
You guys? You guys
Oh.
play the...
I mean, we played a bunch. We didn't have a specific, like,
Did you do any of the things?
yeah. Plenty.
What are they called again?
Routines?
Routines, yeah. Were they fun? I wish I could come down there and watch those, because, like, that's the one thing that I really like watching. I don't... There is something in my eye. Anyway, Walker keeps on arguments with me. Oh. So,
Hello, Walter, but I don't know what you're talking about.
maybe the animals?
Ah.
I'm not sure. So when you do the routines, I like watching those. Like, I don't generally like watching Pump or even watching, DDR when people just play it. And it's cool sometimes to watch people play. I like it, obviously. And I like playing the game. But I really like watching people try the routines because it's so much fun to, like, watch people try to shift and, like, how they navigate moving around, but how it happens so seamlessly with those routines because how well they're written.
Except
it
when
didn't, right?
Except
and when it
when
goes
we're
bad,
bad at it.
and when it goes bad, yeah, when you're good at it and you know it, it's so cool. But when it goes bad, it really are you gonna play one?
I was looking for one, but I can't figure out I can never figure out how anything works on
You
Twitch.
have to click play.
There we go. No, I tried. It wasn't. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see one of the things. I want to offer commentary.
All right. Well, let's see if I can.
Well, we
find
should
one.
roast each other's content. That's what we should do for a stream.
Right.
It's also configurable in the
So
menu.
does Mainline.
Hold on. Let me.
You could also show me one when Sam was here too. I didn't see.
Yeah, that was last week.
Yeah,
I
but
don't-
did you guys do any of the 3 people ones?
Um.
That's what I'm about. Is when they have 3 people on that machine.
See, here's the question.
Pump it up security dongle. That's funny.
Um.
We're not getting that. I'm not getting your we're missing something.
What's missing?
The shout out? Region? See all that?
This is the chat from that stream.
Oh, I'm an idiot.
From. Okay. So here's the weird.
Lurking, cool, oh, yeah. The
Thing.
multi people. Yeah, that's what I want to see. I want to roast you guys. No, I'm just kidding. I just keep saying that. I wouldn't do that. No, I
No,
want
you
to.
can totally roast
I just
this.
want to see what it looks like. Like, I just like the way they're written is so cool. Props to the people who did that, who figured it out, how to make it work.
Yeah.
Because it's so much different than the regular stuff.
What's this one? I don't even remember.
We could probably pull up a list of which ones they are.
No, this would not be one because this is. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you'd have
this
to be
is-
doing the same level too, won't you? Right?
Well. Hey, little 21 there.
Hey, mister.
Hey, there's Creedmoor.
Do you want to come sit with Mama? Come here. Come on up here. What do you want? Okay, that's fine. I'll pet you. Mr. Creedmoor. Mr. Creedmoor kitty. You're my sweetie. You're my sweetie.
There's one.
You're my sweetie.
Twitter's down in the room. Do you know?
Yeah, I just want
I
to.
run that stream. What is the dance band thing? Please explain.
Okay, come here. Come on. You want me to hold you?
Okay, so here's the
we
question:
in the-
How mad do
I do
you think
appreciate that there's a whole sort.
Yeah, it's helpful.
Very
YouTube will be with me streaming my
Right.
own stream.
I think it's
Oh.
also in.
Yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't be an issue. Especially since we're like
No.
over it.
Well, the other
Oh, you better not hit
No, which is what made last week quite difficult.
Dance on fire with dogs.
well, we can
Yeah, I
do-
know.
we
I'll
can-
get there. I'll
we
get
can see
there.
dogs in the house in a minute.
Well, I don't want to.
What was the other?
I don't want it.
So we got Mara's Infinity. Where is that? But I felt like
Oh yeah,
it was.
we did do this, but it
We
was
won't die.
this was way harder. I think this was the first one we did, but it was way harder than what we
Okay.
ended up wanting it to be.
We should turn it down. We don't. Let's turn it down so we don't get in trouble. Turn it down so we don't get in trouble. We don't need to be It shouldn't be picking up that loud. It's louder than it's more because we don't want it to get picked up on YouTube.
So much
I mean-
jumping.
I already streamed it once.
Right, but streaming a stream is completely different than trust me. Cool. Ego's structure is super cool. Like the way that works.
What?
When you get to see it. You can show me a good one too, though. I just want to see. That's fun. Houston won the,
So
the city?
so you telling me that
Is that
Houston
baseball?
won the World Series? That tells
That's
me
baseball, right?
That tells me exactly it is.
Okay.
That tells me exactly one thing. It tells So first of all, I had no idea that the World Series was happening.
Me neither.
Because I don't care. But you know what that does tell me? That tells me that baseball season is
HTML5 edition.
so that tells me that baseball season is now over, so it is safe for me to go to Chicago to that place across from Wrigley Field, and that there won't be a baseball game there. And
Oh my god. Okay.
yeah, there's this place called what is it called? Lucky Strike, and it's like
Bowling.
it's a bowling arcade, blah blah blah, entertainment place, and it's right across the street
From
from
Wrigley Field.
From Wrigley Field in
Literally,
Chicago.
it's literally like
Yeah, literally
across the
right
street,
across the
yeah.
street from it. Like,
not like just down a little.
yeah, no, it's like you can walk out of their door across the street to Wrigley Field.
Come on.
And there was a game that I wanted to go play there earlier this year, and we went down there, and I didn't know though there was a Cubs home game that day, and so like I get there and there's like crazy traffic everywhere, and it's $40 to park anywhere, and so I like bailed on the idea. I was just like, nah, let's not do this now, but so yeah, great. World Series is over. I'm which means baseball's over, which means I can go to Chicago
You can go and Belinda won't die.
without worrying about without worrying about that.
We can go to the goat.
We could.
Haven't been there. The Billy Goat.
Okay, here you go.
All right.
This is
This is
the
a good one.
I mean, good is
Here we go.
a relative term.
Okay. Oh no!
I missed it on the first one.
Oh, that it was happening?
Yeah, there it is.
Oh my god, I hate them. Who made this one? Who made this chart? Why I did not hear? Why were? I'm surprised I don't hear Tim losing his shit right now.
Well, I mean, we all know this.
I see.
Like, this wasn't a surprise to us.
I see. It was a surprise. I think I knew that happened in some song, but I didn't know. Not that exact scenario, but something like it.
Well, the
I
hilarious.
watched you guys play these, before. One has twerking. Amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brian
this is
showed
it.
me the one. Oh, this one? Yeah. Yeah, this is the one.
Well, so if you watch the chart
Yeah.
and see, it makes you get down, and then it puts
Right.
rolls on the other
Yeah,
side.
I see, yeah.
Which I screwed up there. I screwed up the first time every time. But yeah, it.
That's so hard.
I kept going the wrong way on the first go around.
God.
My can blast.
So there you go.
My can is
That's Dogs in the House.
Thanks, Brian.
Yeah. We did it right after Girls' Butts.
That's a song called Girls'
There's a
Butts.
song called Girls' Butts.
my Creedmoor is happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, mister. Are you a special man? So, that was something. I bought a whole loaf of bread from Mateo's. I've been eating it all week. I gave half of it to Skylar. I hope he probably ate it the same day because he can eat a lot of food.
The what? I'm sorry.
The bread
Yeah.
from Mateo's.
Is it gone?
No, we still have a little.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the BGA. Oh, yeah, not safe for work.
Anyway. So what were we talking about?
I forgot. I was just
hello.
mentioning that we got all that bread. Are you happy now?
Belinda's bread being nobody can see your baby.
Oh. Well, he's too happy. I don't want to mess with him.
Baby.
Uh-oh. Dad's trying to steal you. Did you see that? He just tried to steal you from me.
I didn't. I just touched him.
Get your own cat.
Flash. Mr. Flash. Flash. He
He's
only
like-
comes to me if I'm in the kitchen and call him.
No. Okay. Boop, 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 boop.
There he is. Big boy.
He is so big. Where is he going? He's coming to... See, I told you. I just remembered that Dad's over here, and now Dad's giving me attention, so I'm going to get attention from him. That's how it works. We always... Basically, like, when one of us has him, he always goes to the other one and back and forth. Whenever he's in lovey-dovey mode.
Hello, sir.
Guitar Freaks Custom. Oh, yeah? Right now. Like, you made it? Yeladre? Is that how you say it?
I've always said Yaladre, but I don't... That's not that I know.
But you didn't actually ask.
I did ask,
Oh.
and I either don't remember, or I forgot. Both of which are absolutely possible. Wait. That's the same thing. Either I didn't get an answer or I forgot. Not remembering and forgetting are the same thing. Hey, big guy. This is just cat time. Okay.
So, I'm glad that people have been coming over. The first time I was like kind of overwhelmed, that night, and I was like, I need to eat, and I don't know what's happening. But like, I'm glad that you can like have people over and hang out and do stuff. I really want to do You Awaken in a Strange Place. I want to play that game.
Okay.
And I think it would be really fun. I don't know how many people you have to play with total, though. If anybody's interested in playing a game with us where we're basically doing a role-playing game, and it's all roles made up, and so Tiff, if you look up, just look up You're Awakened in a Strange Place. It was written by Jacob from Drawfee. So, I would like to play that sometime, and it's a game where you just come with dice, basically, or you can even roll dice on your screen, but it's just making fun stories, basically, is what it is. It's funny, and the chat can help, and all that kind of stuff.
So, Rhythm Bro, I have no idea. That's a question for Konami and Adrian probably next week. Well, I guess this week now.
What's happening next week?
Next game. Prime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really, like, I've watched them play it on Drawfee a couple times. Once on their stream that they uploaded, and once they actually did a video of it. It's really, really cool. Don't you think?
Hmm?
I have a horse question. I just can't. I'm getting work notifications, so I'm going to turn these off. Please don't bother me while I'm working. I love you guys, but I'm off finally. Did you like my song? What? Brian didn't know what to think of that.
Anyway, you were going to tell me something.
Which part?
You.
Oh, okay. All right. Talk about Barbarian a little bit.
So we watched the movie Barbarian a couple nights ago, which is a horror movie that came out recently, like a month ago, or something like that.
Yeah. And Brian had heard about it ahead of time. So.
Yeah, I had heard. I had been listening to. Creemore's on the table that the cameras are mounted to, and he's like,
and he's scratching himself.
It. So if everything looks like it's shaking, that's the cat's
fault.
Well,
the actual screen that's on the table just went.
But
sorry.
Anyway, I had been listening to this show on the radio, and they were talking about like recent recent horror movies, and then like some of their favorite horror movies, and this was one of the ones that they mentioned.
Okay, so yeah, and so Brian told me about it. He was like, I heard about these movies, let's watch 3 of them. One of them I don't want to watch. I actually don't like slashers. I just don't. I just realized it took me all this time to realize that I don't like slashers.
I like slasher movies for what they've I mean, I like them to be campy and stupid. Like, for me, that's just like high calorie brain off entertainment.
So here's why it isn't for me. Because a lot of the times, like, the situations are just one of 2 things. So ridiculously stupid.
You find them infuriating.
That, unless they're done in a smart, funny way, like Tucker and Dale versus Evil, that was done very, very well. That was a slasher movie. Sort of. You know?
Very sort of.
But that was the trope. Turns the trope on its head. And so that stuff and stuff where, like, And I had actually a full I don't know if you saw my Facebook thing that was like, which horror movies like actually scare you the most? And I was saying the ones I don't like were those ones where it's like rural weirdos. And like, you know, like rural cannibals or people in a cult or things like that, like that kind of thing. Hills Have Eyes and shit like that. Those movies, they don't. I've been through some shit, and that's just not like I just don't like. I don't want to deal with that. Plus, having been around some people like that in real life, not to those extents, but like it's enough that it's triggering, like in a way that doesn't make it fun for me to watch them. And I feel like there's just something wrong with the slashers movies that I just don't.
Honestly, a lot of them I think I don't really care about them either.
Yeah. I think you watch them for posterity. Like, you're like, I'm watching this because I should just watch it. Yeah.
The reality is, like, a lot of the
Play pump. Okay.
a lot of the, like, classic mainline slasher movies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like Friday the 13th. I've seen the first one, and of the other 20,000 of them, I've maybe seen one or two others. So it's not like I follow them by any stretch.
Sorry. Go ahead.
And same with like Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen the original one, but I don't know how many of the 24 sequels I've seen.
It's okay, Jason just wanted his machete back. Oh my God.
Right. And then and Halloween, honestly, because that's the one that you were saying you didn't want to see, was the new one, Halloween
Yeah,
Ends.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
I was never interested in those. I've never liked them.
It's funny to me because I think
My favorite Halloween is the one that doesn't have him.
Yeah. Well, same with me, actually. Halloween 3. Which, if you...
See, American Psycho is a good movie, but American Psycho is also... It's satire.
It's also not a slasher movie.
Right. Right. A slasher movie is different than a serial killer movie.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, like...
Freddy movies. I liked Freddy movies because he's a monster. I like monster movies. I don't feel like Michael Myers is really as much of a monster as Freddy is. He comes in your dreams. It's like it's a thing where you can detach yourself from reality. Yeah. You know what I mean?
But honestly, the only reason why I'm interested in watching Halloween Ends is just because I like Jamie Lee Curtis. So.
I'm trying.
Trying what? Are you trying to turn your frown upside down?
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, like it's not like I've followed the Halloween, saga. I don't know if there's even one to necessarily follow, but
yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
In that case, I don't really care.
Like,
but yeah.
Sci-fi horror is at the top of my list. Like sci-fi horror is at the top of my list. But what I have to say is that like horror that does a really good job with commentary is second down, and it doesn't matter what genre that is.
Yeah.
I think Godzilla, very sci-fi, not horror, but necessarily, but sci-fi, there's a monster, there's scathing commentary about war, and then there's also like what we watched.
Yeah. But as far as like slasher movies are concerned, for me, the thing that, like, if I'm going into a slasher movie, the ones that I like the most are the ones that are just, that are self-aware.
Helps me.
That are self-aware horror camp.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, like, whatever years ago it was when they had the My Bloody Valentine remake, and
Yeah,
they were gonna do it
yeah.
in 3D, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be terrible. It's
Right.
like I want to see this because it's
Right,
just gonna be
right, it's
stupid.
gonna be stupid.
And it
And
was
it was
stupid,
stupid,
and
yeah,
it was
yeah.
it was funny. You know, it's funny to me because it's just over the top like dumbness.
Right, right.
And that you know that's entertaining to me. Or Piranha. Fucking Piranha 3 Double
So-
T, like that shit was like
Right, and like
it's
that's
not
goofy
it's
and
not
campy and
good.
whatever. No,
It's not good. It knows it's not good, and it just is doing what it does.
the babysitter movies are like that.
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen those, but they're like that. They're just, and those movies are kind of in between like slasher, supernatural.
Right. And so, like, as far as like for real horror, like to me, slasher, I guess is sort of a subgenre of horror, but it is very specific. And in general, I don't really care about it that much. But like in horror in general, you know, I'm way more into things that are, you know, like a psychological horror stuff that's like kind of, you know, creepy on a
And
on
do
a
not
deeper
get us
level.
wrong. Barbarian is not a slasher movie.
Yeah, it's
That's
not at
not
all.
why we're talking about that. It's because I don't want to watch that movie, that Halloween movie. That's all.
But yeah, and yeah, and like I'm not necessarily into the gore. I'm kind of indifferent about the gore, really.
I don't.
You seem to not like it.
Gore only bothers me when it's something small. So, not small, but like watching someone get disemboweled doesn't bother me, right? Because I
Yeah.
can't imagine what that feels like. But watching someone's fingernails get ripped off,
Yeah. Ooh.
like those things,
Oh, like the Saw torture type stuff.
right?
Yeah.
I still watch those.
Yeah.
But I don't want to watch like, so in Saw, that's like a fantasy reality, alternate reality kind of experience where you're not, you know, I'm not imagining that I'm definitely going to be in these things. So it does affect me viscerally, but I'm still going to watch it. I enjoy it. But I don't want to watch a movie where some woman is locked up in a man's basement and he's like doing shit to her and he rips her fingernails off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
ew.
Like do you see what like the difference there? And there are horror movies like that. I don't want to watch movies like that. I don't want to watch movies that are just torture porn. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like that kind of gore. I don't mind, and I love hysterical, stupid gore.
But you don't like Tokyo Gore Police?
No, the reason I don't like Tokyo Gore Police isn't the gore. It's just a stupid story.
It's stupid. But that's what makes
I've already seen the movie more times than the people who made it.
You've only seen it, what, twice?
3 times, I think.
Yeah?
We've shown it to at least 2 people.
Yeah, okay. But...
I've seen it enough that if I see a still from it, I know instantly what it is. Monster penis? Got it. Claw vagina? Got it. I mean, and it's funny, but it's also just really stupid.
Yeah.
So, but no, Barbarian is not a, and I won't say what kind of movie it is because I don't want to give away any of the plot.
Well,
but I
so
want to say this. The
okay,
name, I did not like the name at first. After watching it a second time and understanding like what the movie's actually about, I really liked the name.
I will say, and I also don't want to give it away either. But Tiff was saying about slashers. You know, you need the trailer to tell you that you need to turn your brain off. I will say that Barbarian's trailer actually,
You should watch it. It's superb.
if you watch the trailer, then watch the movie, and like,
and don't watch anything. This is one of the movies where you actually do not want spoilers.
yeah,
There's a tension building in it that is so masterfully done that when you watch it, Brian and I actually had like conversations during the movie,
Right.
while it was happening. Like, wait a minute, is this going to be this happening? This doesn't make any sense. This is really weird. Oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, literally, I was saying that to him, and we don't have conversations like that during movies. Most of the time, we're just like, oh, okay, well, she's going to run down the hall next and fall, and when she falls, she's going to make a noise, and the monster's going to hear, like, literally, like, talking about the movie as it's happening.
Yeah.
I could not guess what was going to happen next, and I really liked that. And, like, and by watching the trailer, you get this sense of, like, oh, okay, yeah. And it's very, very good. It's very good. The whole movie's very good.
I'll
the
just
parts
say
are so well written.
The
and
trailer.
If you don't know Bill Skarsgård,
Oh yeah.
like if you didn't see, did you see that show with him in it? Was Hemlock Grove is what it was called that he was in. He was really, really good in that. Like bone chilling, weird, just weirdness. That movie's so weird. Famke's in it. That's why I watched it. And then of course you know Pennywise, but he's a really, really good actor, and I think that this movie, this writing for him was spot on, perfect for him.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a low budget, but I mean for Hollywood a very low budget movie, like I think $10 million, which I know sounds like a lot of money, but for a Hollywood movie.
Well, so
right,
yeah, they weren't even going to release it, right?
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
so
thing about
from
it.
what I understand, and this was on the show that I was listening to, that I found out about the movie in the first place. Like, I guess they had shopped this story around to, a bunch of studios, and everybody passed on it, and then eventually, eventually somebody picked it up, and I think
Everything about it happened crazy.
and I think I'm trying to remember because one of them they were saying, I can't remember if it was this one, that it was gonna go straight to. No, I think it was the other one.
Streaming? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
the other. I think it was the other one that they were gonna send it straight to streaming, but then like they did a test screening and they were like, oh, actually this thing's got some legs, but I mean, this one almost just straight up didn't get made, but I'm glad it did.
So that and there aren't any special effects in it. SFX. I want to say, for the most part.
Yeah. I mean, basically, it is effective with, old... Like, it is effective because it has mastered all of the, fundamentals of good filmmaking.
And the fundamentals of horror.
Yeah.
Something that's been missing for a while in horror, honestly.
Right.
Like, I've seen a lot of horror that's really good, and, like Nope was really cool. It was, super good. It was weird, but it was super good. But it got me. Like, it was good. But also, when you're used to watching movies like I do, which I just absorb them constantly. Yeah, we know. We watched the FP. We just saw it the other day. The
Oh,
FP5.
yeah.
We can talk about FP later, though. We can talk about that forever, because we're in the team.
Yeah. No, I backed the FP.
Yeah.
The...
Do you want to do the thing where we could be in the next one? When they decide to crowdfund it, we can just be in it.
Oh, boy.
I want to be just me. Like, not a crazy character. Just this.
Because you already are.
No, just really just subdued.
But,
I
But yeah, no.
I don't know what's going on. I just came for Quattro.
all I'm saying is that, because of the budget, and they're not
is really good, and the
they're not
direction is really
relying on all of the tricks that so many movies use as a crutch these days. Where it's like, okay, well, we're just gonna wow you with these awesome visuals and special effects, and you won't really notice that actually there's not really anything underneath it.
Right, and yeah, there's that, and also
so they actually it's good writing, it's good acting, It's, you know, good cinematography.
And
you
they
know.
make multiple social points
Yeah.
seamlessly. Like, they make these points so well that I've really not seen that done. Where it's seamless, you pick up on it, and then it's gone. It's not in your face, it's just there. You know, it's not, it's like, oh shit, I see what's happening. Yeah.
It has something to say.
Yeah, it has something to say, and it does it well without feeling
But it doesn't beat you over the
overbearing.
head
It's
with
like
it.
not overbearing, yeah. Yeah, no, that part's great. So, but basically, I was telling Brian, I watched a movie with Skylar last night, and it was called Run, Sweetheart, Run.
Mm.
And the funny thing is this movie, part of it, is about the exact same thing. And socially, not about the same thing as far as the situation of the two people meeting each other, right? It's about the same thing. And what's funny is it also, at some point, it just stops being the same movie. And what happens before that is so confusing that it's infuriating. So you're watching this movie and a thing happens and you're like, that was really annoying and that wouldn't happen in real life. And then another thing happens and it's like, that was really annoying and that's not how that works. And it's like, Jesus Christ, all these people are terrible. And then when the reveal happens, everything makes sense and it's funny. It's extremely funny. And there are these parts where it's so funny that you forgot, like, that you were watching a horror movie. And also there's parts where it's so gory and terrible that you're just like, oh Jesus, what is happening? And then it just, I don't want to get into it too much. I'll just say this. Watch it. Run, Sweetheart, Run. Watch Barbarian. Not at all the same kind of movie, but there's just something that happens that's so funny that you'll get it. And there's these parts where, like, this, like, villain basically just keeps looking at the camera, like, making it very obvious that, like, they are in on whatever you're watching, making you more annoyed that how bad everything is going. You know? Yeah. Why isn't there any new...
Any new what? You better not say any new FP because the fourth
The
one just came out.
Yeah, like last month, wasn't it? We just went and saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, Solo Machines.
Because that's been dead for 22 years.
Nobody plays them, yeah. What a weird question.
So that was what you were...
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you about that movie is because I think you should watch it because the whole time... There were a couple times where Skylar had to go to the bathroom and he was eating something and had the movie paused and he sat down and he's like, this movie doesn't make any sense and I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, this part of the movie does not make any sense, right? And I'm just like, yeah, I feel you, but I think it's just, like, supposed to be beating you over the head with, like, social commentary, which it is doing, but it's also doing it in a way that, to an extent, that just doesn't make sense. Kind of like, okay, like, there's this trope of, like, the unhelpful police, when you, like, go to the police and they're just like, I don't believe you, you're crazy, whatever. Like, that kind of trope is played to the nth degree. And then, but once the reveal happens, you're like, oh, okay, that totally makes sense.
You know, that was the thing that that I was thinking about in Barbarian. You know, all of the... I thought it did a really good job of all... trope-wise, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, obviously, horror has a lot of tropes. And
I will warn you, there is some gore in this. And it is...
pretty rough.
Viscerally gory, and it does happen. So just...
yeah.
Understand that is not in the previews. And it's not... It is gory.
It is rated R for a reason. But No, what I was gonna say is that, when you get into the horror type tropes of, it's like, oh, don't go down there, don't, don't open that door, don't do the thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Oh, yeah,
basically all the things where you're,
the protagonist is competent.
yeah, where,
Like, which is nice. And that actually, we've seen a few movies like that where the protagonist like did something smart.
right.
And I was like, oh, that was really smart to do that. Don't, yeah.
But what I'm getting at
didn't
is,
give you that
is
trope.
all
It
of
gave
the
you the
things
opposite of that,
where
yeah.
as an audience you're like, you're walking into danger.
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid. Don't do that. But pretty much every situation like that in Barbarian, it's written in such a way where
But you would believe it would
where
happen that
yes,
way. Because
they
especially once
realize
you've-
that they're walking into
and
danger.
especially once you realize you've revealed enough about the character that the
Right.
character knows they're walking into danger. They know it's really dangerous, but they're doing it anyway because they care.
Yeah, I like
And
it
that's
makes
good. Yeah,
sense.
it
It's
makes
part
it
of the story
better, yeah.
and it works. And
Because in other movies, it's like, why would anyone do that? That doesn't
right,
make
so
any
it's so much less frustrating.
I heard a scream and then a noise downstairs. Let's go check it out. By myself. With the power out. And no service.
Speaking of power out, so the power went out here 4 times today that I know
Yeah,
of.
I was watching TV and I turned it off because I was afraid that something was going to happen.
Yeah. In fact, it was funny. I ended up having to run the rinse spin cycle on the washer because the power went out somewhere in the end of the wash cycle. I'm not exactly sure where. And so when it came back on, of course, I'm like, it wasn't done spinning. Was it done rinsing? Is there still soap in this? I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know.
That's not fun at
so
all.
I just ran it. I ran a rinse spin. Like, I knew the wash part was done, but I just wasn't sure about the rinse. So, but yeah, the power went out 4 times today that I know of. And it was always just for like a second, it just like blink on,
Sorry, I'm done.
But and then if you did you see my Facebook post? So I realized today that I had my PC plugged into the non-battery backup power side of the
Oh, yeah,
of the UPS.
I saw that.
So like when the power goes out, my computer dies,
Pew!
and I'm
You're
like, wait a second, that's not supposed to happen. This
It's
is
just like
on
straight through.
yeah, and I'm just like, and I go and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, you idiot, you plugged it into the wrong side. Well, so I have one of those UPS, uninterruptible power supplies, right? And on the one side of it is our outlets that are battery backup, and then the other side of it is just basically a power strip.
Yeah.
And I had intentionally, like, I had things plugged into the power strip side. Like, I have a standing desk, so like I plugged that in there because who cares? Like, that doesn't need to work if the power goes out. And then I had like the monitors plugged into the battery side.
Mm-hmm.
But I had the PC itself plugged into the other side, so power went out and it just went. Psst. Although, the one thing that that occurred to me, I've got the cable modem and the router on battery out in the living room. I had forgotten that I'd done that,
yeah.
and so it was
Nice.
good all day. It worked. So yay! I did it half right.
I keep catching myself making weird faces with my side of my face, and it's because this is the side that I had to train to keep, like, not smiling because of the clusters, and I'm having a cluster right now, so I'm like... I can't go straight back. What if I smiled like that? Hold on.
You look like that annoyed cat, or the one cat with the straight mouth, right?
That takes a lot more neck muscle than I was ready for. That hurts. Anyway, yeah, the movie was your power problems.
I screwed it up.
Well, the good news is that we don't know what caused it, And we don't know if it's going to continue. Oh, wait, was it the wind?
I think it was the wind. It's been windy. It was windy, super windy all day. So it was probably just branches in like trees and getting blown around and making power lines unhappy. I'm really disappointed in that one. It's not bright at all.
I'm sorry. Get another one. We have 50. Also, these are free. We already had them. Like, we
there
didn't
were
buy
only
these.
40
Oh my god.
lights.
Oh my god, I was just guessing, and they were probably $1.
Alright, I'm going to do the green one. There, that's better. That one's already better. Okay, much better.
Yay! I'll help you.
Wait, I gotta get a thingy.
Look at the pictures next to each other. Look at my arm.
is this-
It just looks like...
You're like a teacher telling me to spit my gum out. No, I can do this. I can do this myself.
I just can't stop. How long can he go without an answer? How long can we go? Don't drink. Yeah, because it's got glass in it, silly.
God, I hope you didn't actually make that mistake.
Probably not. I mean, it was in caps, so. I assume it's a lie.
I assume it's a lie. Little. Ah! Why is this so hard?
I told you it would help.
I don't want help. I'm a,
Yeah, here we go. On this
Big
comment on my
boy.
post. The movie had so many misdirections, and a lot of that was definitely because of Bill Skarsgård. Yeah, his writing was so good. The writing was fantastic. The whole cast was phenomenal. I also think Tess is one of the most intelligent characters I've seen in a horror film. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Oh my god. So another horror movie that I think did tropes really well, obviously, because that was the point, or that kind of misdirection was. Although we got behind the scenes stuff, but it was definitely all tropes. Was Cabin in the Woods was really good. I didn't particularly care for like the way that they did some of it was not perfect, but I liked it.
So here's a question for you, since this is something that you've been talking about a lot lately.
Yeah, Identity.
No.
Oh,
As far as horror movies are concerned,
bees.
Seeing the Monster.
Yes.
How what are your feelings on Barbarian? Too much? Too early?
No, perfect. No,
Just
it's
right?
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay.
Not a monster.
Monster in quotes.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Barbarian.
Yes.
Maybe his brother's less cringy. Because his brother was posting cringe. Okay. Man.
So what next?
What next? I watch a lot of shorts, by the way. Horror shorts on YouTube.
Ooh.
Alter is the horror one. I also watch Dust, which is the space one. Usually sci-fi, space, futurism. And the other one is called Amuletto, and it's for more drama stuff, but it does have both of the other two types, but not as many.
Look what I found out today.
That is very bright. Oh, Dust is on Stitcher. Very
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
There's a
Well, so I knew that they had podcasts.
Yeah.
Because those podcasts, I think, are also on YouTube. Yeah, I know.
7th graders or 7-year-olds.
Right. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not that young. That's interesting. I like watching Dust. I like Dust. I like the shorts. I like doing that stuff. I wish I had the ability to go out and like support more of that kind of stuff, like when they do the film festivals and stuff, just because if I could sit in a theater longer and if I could manage the kind of weirdness that goes along with those, because they're not the same as just going and watching normal movies. There's a lot happening everywhere, so. But yeah, the FP was great. FP Fest was hilarious too.
I hope that we get to do that live next year.
The
FP Fest.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like meet somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, it hurts so bad. I'm just gonna poke my cheek for a minute, don't mind me. I'm just pressing on my trigeminal nerve. Yeah, they talked about doing one with pump machines. Maybe that's what 5 will be. That'd be funny. 5 for 5.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, it makes sense. 5 panels, 5 movies. Oh, wow. So I pressed on that,
Yeah.
and I felt it up here in this part of the nerve.
Bodies are weird.
The last time I pressed it here, I thought my ear exploded. It, like, hurt so bad. I would play something, but I'm definitely having a cluster, so that's cool. I should read you an Am I the Asshole?
Oh, God.
Let's do an Am I the Asshole? So I've been been doing a lot of these lately. It's like the first thing that shows up in my feed. So what I do, how I know if it's good or not, is I look at Am I the Asshole? And then I look for the word wow. I like do a search for the word wow just to see.
Wow.
No, I don't want to do anywhere where people are pregnant.
I'm gonna get myself a drink. Do you want something?
Sure, I'll take some more tea. There you go.
Hold on.
There's a bunch of these where people will...
That's so... Wow.
Eh.
It's so far away.
Right? That's why I was, like, making a joke.
You gotta lower it just a little bit. Yeah, there. Now it's like coming out of your shoulder.
Your arms are short.
Hold
No, you're just...
on. There we go.
Just a little chubby arm. Okay.
Let me pick your nose. Okay. I'll be right back.
That's the one. The ones that get me is when people are on diets and stuff and other people fuck with their food. There was one last night where a girl had just, like, she converted into Judaism, and I guess she found out that her mom had been using her key to get in her house and make sure that none of her dishware was kosher. She would just eat stuff on it that would make it not kosher to try to make it so that she couldn't eat kosher. Like, what a insane thing to do. What a terrible thing to do. I'm not religious at all, and I think that that's a terrible thing to do to someone. Also, it's really fucked up and weird for, like, no reason. Not to mention it doesn't work. If you do it, if you eat pork unintentionally, like, it doesn't matter. It's fine. Da-na-na-na-na. 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 I'm not even going to read that one because it's bad. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Huh?
What if there was ice cream?
I'm not. I didn't eat dinner.
Well, what if I had ice cream?
Eat ice cream.
Hey!
You won an ice cream eating contest? You win. He's allowed to have ice cream. He can eat whatever he wants. Anyway, Brian's gone. Sitting here with my tea. Anyway, I don't even have a cat. What time is it? 1:57. Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Do Flash's eyes.
Oh, is it time?
Mm-hmm. Flash has been doing so well. He's been taking his medication. Very, very nice boy.
Good
Is that
boy.
the cheesecake one?
You want a bite?
Nope. I'm good.
Flash, come on.
It's funny, he came in here like sneaking in, and then when Brian called him, he went out, his tail just popped right up and he ran out of the room. But yeah, his eye seems to be doing fine. He's got quite a few days left on the antibiotics, unfortunately. I think that it's probably not going to get infected or anything like that, but they gave us like 2 sets of doses for the antibiotics just to make sure, because it's his eye, and they want to make sure it was fine. And also I think the cut was kind of deep, but the vet said he looked good. Yeah. So I think he's fine. The biggest problem right now is just I don't want him and Creedmoor fighting, and they keep fighting and they always kick each other in the face, and I don't know what the deal is with that, but I mean, I think it's just a cat thing, but it's a lot of kicking right in the eyes. So the weird thing is Flash has had his eye be hurt like that maybe 3 or 4 times. I don't think I've ever seen Creedmoor squinting. I've only ever seen Flash squinting and getting his eye hurt, not Creedmoor. Right?
Yeah, in fact, so when we got them, they had to have the
Antibiotic cream, or
we were only giving it to Flash, right?
But then Woodrow got it and Creedmoor got it.
Yeah. Well, Creedmoor kind of had it, but they didn't have us give it to him anyway.
No, because they had so they had been on pills before.
Yeah.
And so Flash's was worse than Creedmoor's when we got them. Or was it the other way around? Creedmoor had really dark stuff around his eyes. I think it was Creedmoor.
Was it?
Yeah. Hey, Brian, did you know that Pump It Up is a music video game series developed by Andamira?
Never heard of it.
Yeah, me neither. I think he's lying. Hello, guys. Suddenly the cats are back. It's funny. Funny how that works.
Oh, no.
When ice cream is in the room. What? You should make some popcorn and toss it on top of that. Hello, Genius. World?
Do you like...
Do you post Genius stuff? Do you make videos about...
Hey! You jerk.
Did he just touch your ice cream?
Hey, Deb.
Oh my god, he is so funny. What? I need it.
Here, you can have a little bit.
Just
You gonna do it on camera?
okay, Dad. I don't know what that means. You have to make the sound. There you go. You can lower it for him. There you go.
Is it good? Do you like it?
It's probably enough.
Is it too cold?
And this was the beginning of Flash's explosive diarrhea for the rest of the night. Tune in next time for The Mess I Cleaned Up for 6 Hours.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy now? Did he? He didn't get a snack. That's right, because he gets it on the second one.
I gave him one anyway.
Oh my God, Brian! No wonder he. Flash has been bothering me for his stuff. He knows he's supposed to get his treats. He knows he's supposed to get a special treat when he gets his eye stuff done, and so he's been coming in the room and just poking me like this. Whenever he wants a snack. And I was like, what is happening? Because I gave him some of the other stuff. I gave him some of that other stuff, the like chicken stuff, but he still wanted treats. And he came in and asked me for treats. And I asked, because after you did his meds earlier, I was like, he wants crunchy. He wants treats.
Crunchy treats.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the answer is yes. We are. I'm ready to go with the next streams, but we're doing that. Well, that's later.
Yeah, that's
We're doing not that now.
next week. Oh. How is it?
It's as good as I remember.
Hello, Flash. You're doing very well. Oh, man. I was trying to think of... So we were talking about games last night. We were talking about Laserdisc games. And I was showing...
Oh, really?
Well, you know, my favorite game is a Laserdisc game.
Who was talking? about this?
Judarino.
Oh, okay.
He's in Australia though, so he won't be on for a few hours.
Okay.
But oh yeah, it just changed back to 1 o'clock.
Oh, it is
Mm-hmm.
daylight wasting time. Yeah. Yay! Daylight wasting time is over.
Look at him. No. Sir, you are rude. Rude, rude. And I was talking about how you had played Dragon's Lair with your cabinet a little bit. You didn't do it for very long, but did you? Did you do a full game?
Hmm?
Okay, I think I just took a clip from it. And then...
It's not yogurt, it's custard.
Yeah, that's custard.
From Culver's.
That is dulce de leche cheesecake. Dulce de leche cheesecake.
Little Culver's.
Custard. But yeah, he was saying that he hadn't been to an arcade since those games, and I was like, well, Brian's got those games too, because I was telling him about your stream. But then I was talking about cool games like Time Traveler, and I was talking about the gimmick that's in Time Traveler, and how when I was younger I just liked it so much. It was just such a cool idea. I was like, the game was trash, but it was a neat idea because it was like live action. And it had this, like, weird, neat 3D effect. It was so much fun, but it was the most expensive game in the fucking world at the time to play. I think to play it...
Was it?
To play that game...
It was 50 cents when I played it.
Oh my god, I wish.
Okay.
To play that game at... Where was that? Union Station. Which was the second time I played it. I played it in Putt-Putt in Texas.
Okay.
But to play the game at Union Station, it was... at least $1.
Wow. No, I'm pretty sure it was 50 cents.
And I did not have very many dollars when I was that age. I think I was like 11 or 12 at the time. But it was, it was like, it was so expensive for some reason.
I forget.
My brain is going to melt like that ice cream and start leaking out of my nose.
I forget, is Europa a moon of Saturn or Jupiter? Which one?
Saturn? Saturn.
Is it Saturn?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I don't remember. But I'm just going to assume that's where...
Don't indulge them. Nope, Jupiter.
Jupiter?
We're both stupid.
No. No. Oh, I'm stupid for believing you?
Were you asking me a question to get the answer, or were you asking me a question to try to test me?
I was asking you a question to get the answer.
I didn't know.
It was.
So neither of us knew.
I narrowed it down to two. It was Saturn or Jupiter. I couldn't remember which.
Well, I didn't think it was a moon of Pluto. Stupid moons.
The dog?
Yeah. There's no other Pluto.
He just has something orbiting around his butt.
I imagine everything has some space debris orbiting. It's not big enough to be a moon. So I think that's just... one of those things. It's like the moon has to be a certain size, the planet has to be a certain size for it to not just be like a rock. I wonder how many rocks can reflect like enough light back to be seen from space though.
I've had enough.
Hey Night Saturn, I'm so glad you're here. It's good to see you. How are you? I didn't set up to sing tonight. I'm sorry. I wasn't sure after having had like 3 or 4 cluster headaches yesterday. So, and we're on slightly earlier, I guess. Well, definitely earlier now.
I didn't.
Don't get started. Oh God, Facebook is going to be so terrible tomorrow.
I did not.
Nope.
I didn't realize it was
Nope.
tonight.
Nope. We're not doing this.
What?
Oh, it's so annoying. It's the worst.
Well, that's good, I guess. Maybe Ace will actually be awake. Unfortunately, that means
You
now
gotta
I
leave
have
earlier. It's not really.
No,
it's the same.
no.
Oh, you gotta stay up an hour later.
I have to stay up a whole nother hour.
Mm-hmm. A loud noise outside. Oh no! Has that ever happened before? We were just talking about the movie Barbarian a little bit, and I was talking about a movie called Run, Sweetheart, Run. It was also pretty good. Brian ate the ice cream, and now he's gone. We have a whole bunch of chicken left over from yesterday, but I just don't want any more chicken. So I didn't eat. Used a horn. Interesting. Maybe there was an animal on the tracks or something? Or maybe it was like a new driver and the driver just used the horns more. Because like sometimes when trains go by, when we go, like they honk the horn every time they come through a certain part of town, like where the lights are.
What are we talking about?
So a train woke him up, and he said it usually comes through there and it doesn't honk. And I was like, I wonder if it's like a new driver coming through there, or if it's just like something was on the tracks.
Or their horns are set to blow at only between there's quiet
He
hours.
said it's never happened.
No,
On horn hours.
There's quiet hours on the train, but the train doesn't observe daylight saving time, and so it's off right now,
But he's in
and
Canada
which also observes daylight
at
saving
the same
time.
day because they don't always do the same day.
I don't know.
Right.
Are your clocks changing today too?
That loud, I'm shook. Oh, there's no protection bars. That's weird. So it's louder. Maybe they got a new horn. Different train? Louder horn? Could be.
Maybe the train was
You
going
gotta-
faster.
You gotta deal with this.
It was the guys. We don't need like we don't need like the
DDR
entire
Chapman.
trivia of DDR right now. We're not even talking about DDR.
Also, I can't read his stuff because I can't read it fast enough. So, yeah, 2 a.m. Yeah. Well, so no, it's 1 for us again. Well, I guess you're an hour. Yeah, so yeah, it just changed.
So it is 1 a.m. again now. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so is that, maybe that's it? You slept 5 hours? That's good. Are you off tomorrow? I don't know how your stuff is. Oh, UK? That's cool. 6 a.m. You guys have your daylight savings time a different, in
They
like 2
probably-
weeks different from us, right?
They probably do the same as us.
No, because
That kind of stuff they usually
Rosie
end up-
always had her set for a different time than us. That's how I know it's different some places. Because she would be like, oh, ours is in like 2 weeks or whatever. Tango, did your daylight savings time start for me? Or for me for today? Yeah, she would be like, she would always do a thing where for the first week after, she wouldn't come to work for like that first hour or something, like just to like try to reset.
You
Just
said
to, like
Rosie,
change her. Yeah.
but she's in the UK. No, I'm talking about Canada.
I'm talking about the UK.
Y-
I'm asking him when his daylight savings time is.
Oh, you were talking about Night Saturn though.
No, I had already finished
Okay.
that.
Canada usually does the
It's a
same
different
thing as us.
conversation. Yeah. Oh yeah. What kind of training are you doing? Are you doing like cardio, non-cardio? Lifting?
Do you even? No.
Shut up. And I saw a video on Reddit just a few days ago where a guy did a power lift, and when he got it, which one is powerlifting? Anyway, when he got the bar up,
Yeah.
he passed out like immediately.
Oh, shit.
And when he fell, thankfully it did hit him in the head. It bounced and his like head bounced up and it hit him in the head, but it didn't break his neck because
Yikers.
that's just like how it works. That's the reason. That's like why the bars are a certain amount off the ground for that exact thing to happen, because it can happen. I guess it's really common
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
on the like
The blood decides it needs to go somewhere
yeah.
that isn't your head, and
Yeah. Cardio and lifting. Yeah, I used to do weight training, and I always did cardio first back when I could, but then I had to do anaerobic stuff, so I was always having to, like, be really chill before I did the lifting stuff. But yeah, I took weight training in high school for a couple of years. Thinking that I would lose weight. Guess what?
well, you might lose fat.
I didn't have any fat to lose.
Well.
At the time, I was tiny. I thought, well, it's one of those things, where it's like you don't know what's going on when you're 16.
I Still don't know what's going on, and I'm a lot older than 16.
Well, of course I learned while I was there. I like, learned what that does in putting on muscle mass and stuff. But I put on like 20 pounds in that class.
What weighs more, a pound of...
Shut up. The moral implication. The moral implication of all the birds you killed. Is that the... Is that the one?
No.
Pound of feathers or a
Pound of bricks.
pound of bricks? And I said the moral implication of all the birds you killed to get the feathers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm well, no.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some food while you do your little rant.
No, I'm not even gonna rant about. I'm not ranting about daylight saving time. Specifically, it's that the because I didn't realize it was happening tonight. I might have probably done something differently had I known.
Hey, Bet. Oh.
Because the power has gone out here 4 times today, so I've already reset the clock on the stove 3 times today, and now I have to do it again. So that's annoying.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna try to take a pill for this migraine.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get one of my emergency pills. Y'all can hang out with the little Furby Fluff.
Where's my hot dog man? Why did my camera just go blurry for no reason? Hello? What the... There it is. So, it was really windy all day today, so I have a feeling the wind probably got knocked into power lines or something like that. It probably wasn't even necessarily... Ace...
No, I know.
Sent that over.
I know.
But, I doubt... so the power was out for, like, a second 4 times today. So I doubt it was even that it was like, branches taking power lines down. It was probably just branches jostling them in a bad way. So... But I don't even know if it rained at all today. At least not by me. Somebody else I was talking to said it was raining, but I didn't notice any rain. Just wind all day long. It did rain for you? Okay. I was out for a little bit, but not for very long today, so I didn't pay a lot of attention. So, Genius War, we're not talking about dance games anymore tonight, but the answer, I did answer that question in my last stream Friday night. The answer is maybe, but it depends on things that are not completely in my control. I thought Belinda was coming back, but I I guess not quite. The loud noise made you think your car got stolen? Oh no. Wait, checked it out from... Oh, to see if there's any damage, you mean? Cool. Congratulations, Bit Decay. If it's still there, like it got uh blown away. Your car's not that small. It's not like you have a smart car. Got abducted by aliens. That would be impressive. That would make me, if my car got abducted by aliens, that would make me wish that I had one of those Ring doorbells to have gotten it on video. Except it's not true because my car's in the garage, which would be even more exciting, I think, if they just like rip the car through the roof. Just goodbye. Oh, Tango. Has the Eukaryon incident affected your everyday life? I think, I mean, other than, so obviously, you know, we're on the other side of the world here, so it's not as, it's not as near or present, but definitely, definitely, we do feel effects. I think you really can't. I really don't think you can escape it. In some in some capacity, I think it's a little bit more diluted here as opposed to direct. Because obviously, you know, like our gas prices are higher as well, but probably not for as direct a reason, but more just because you know, the whole market has gone that way as a result. Yeah, uh it's been pretty wild. I feel like I've driven this year more than I have driven probably in the last 4 or 5 years. Um, since, you know, well, especially before the pandemic, and so it's like it kind of sucks to be putting so many miles on while gas prices are at, you know, basically all-time highs. At least I got a new car that gets better mileage, so that's something, I guess. 13 miles per gallon, Tiff. God. I no. I thought Rotary's got better mileage than that. Wait, which car are you talking about? I don't I think the last time I had a car that was getting that bad of gas mileage was my 1986 Volkswagen Scirocco when the oxygen sensor died. it was awful because it with the dead oxygen sensor, the fuel injection just thought that the car was starved for gas all the time, and so it was just like it was basically throwing gas in the engine like I was flooring it all the time, and it was just blowing unburnt fuel out the tailpipe. It smelled awful. The car drove like shit, and I think I was getting more like 18 miles per gallon. But oh goody, we're getting spam bots.
Do you have glass spray?
No. Yes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to open that up here maybe and deal with all that shit.
Working on it. Well, I can do it straight from here too.
We already had spam bots. Hey, you. That's better.
Let me make sure too.
You gotta report it too.
Yeah.
You should make Saturn a mod. I keep telling Brian he needs to make mods for that. If you go to my my stream, it'll probably be faster. For some reason, it goes to Twitch before it goes to YouTube.
No, this was coming out on. It was coming from YouTube. Or what are you talking about?
I'm talking about what Bit was talking about. He said his stream was far behind.
Oh.
Wow.
What?
I love my rotary, but when I drive Spirited around, it's closer to 8 miles a gallon.
Yikers. Anyway, I missed which car you said that was.
On I didn't see it either. Oh, Barza. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, an RX-8. Okay.
Yeah, we know Tango. We've met Nightsider in real life.
It's true. Oh.
No, I was saying we could make one. Those cookies.
Oh. So are there cookies in there?
I think so. I don't think we have to make anything. Yeah, there's cookies in there. He said he would do it. Roku. Oh, I see. That's weird. That's really weird. Is it just like a new update for the Roku or something?
I think. Yeah, Belinda was just asking me if I wanted to go see that movie earlier tonight.
Yeah. You want to see Weird Al? I figured he would see with Brandon.
I'm kind of I'm not sure if I feel I'm not sure if I feel spoiled or not, knowing that the movie itself is a parody.
I don't think that matters.
I think I just don't know if there's a reveal that's funny about it or if but
Yeah, I know. It always is. It always is. It's just the way it is. Sorry. Amazon TV.
oh no, I think he's saying that that Roku's YouTube app is 20 to 40 seconds behind.
Oh, okay.
Is that what you're saying, Bit Decay? That the Roku YouTube is behind, even if compared to like if you were to just go to YouTube.com like on a PC?
Hand me that while you're doing it. Icing writer instructions. Cut the end. Do not cut too large.
Yeah, I wonder. I'm not sure what would cause that, unless Roku is like redistributing it or something somehow.
Ace was like, we have haunted house things at work. Do you want one of those? And I was like, sure. And then she gave me this, and she's like, we still have haunted house ones. Do you want one of those? And I was like, I don't want any more cookies.
I have
Cookies, assorted candy, and easy to use icing. Okay.
I think I have set up like 3 Rokus for somebody else, but I've never actually used it myself.
It's like assorted sprinkles, but it's literally just these sprinkles. That's really funny. Yeah. Assorted candy, they just mean these sprinkles here.
Yeah, there's assorted colors.
Yeah, assorted.
Do you want to show what you're
Oh, yeah,
looking
so I'm
at?
looking at this thing.
Other way.
Backward.
It's like a cookie decorating kit.
Hear the television that spies on you. It's true. Everything in your house spies on you if you're connected to the internet.
Oh my gosh.
Smart
that is
TV, spying on you.
everything's always I can't tell you because it's funny because it's happened many times now where something that I was having a conversation about with somebody just shows up as an ad in an app, or shows up as a video suggestion in my YouTube feed or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not even like, like I totally understood it if I'd like had searched something. But I'm talking about like, I'm just out having a conversation with somebody. So I'm not even like looking at my phone. So it's like, no, it's just always listening.
So I think it's funny when I specifically search for something that I'm probably going to use for a craft or like an art thing, but it thinks that I'm in some other field that might use it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I get these like bizarre ads for things that are definitely aimed at, because you bought blah, you might want this. And it's always like dental equipment or like like some kind of like medical lab equipment or something, and it's like, yeah, it's really funny because it's like it doesn't have anything to do with what I'm going to be using, whatever the other product was that I used it for.
Good night.
Good night, Rhythm. Yeah, and it's like, are you a dentist? Would you? And the best part about it is that when I get the ads, they're on like Facebook or something, and it's like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. So I go to click on it just to find out what this even is. It's like, do you want this thing? And it's just like a pink square. Industry best pink square. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I go and it's like some wax impression thing. And I'm like, oh, okay. for dental work. Thank you.
The best pink square.
I get offered it's like an industrial size chemicals.
Like a 55-gallon drum
No.
of
No. Of horse lubricant.
a 55-gallon drum of ammonia.
No, the thing is, it would be correct if, like, I was making use whatever the product was that I bought. It would be correct if I was in that industry, but I'm not. So when I actually start getting ads for something in that industry, I don't know why, because it's like, oh yeah, that's right, I bought this 2-part epoxy that's technically for dental work, but artists use it. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing.
We've been YouTube Premium subscribers since, since it was YouTube Red, and I think pretty early back then.
Does Grammarly have ads on YouTube? That's funny. I actually use Grammarly.
I don't. It always infuriates me whenever I happen to use. Oh man.
Do it now.
I just did it.
Made him a mod?
Oh well, I mean.
Yeah, we know. We can see it.
But yeah, it always infuriates me when I use YouTube, like somebody else's YouTube, or I forget
You're not
that
using
I'm.
this. I'm gonna close it because it's hurting. Wait, it's probably dark behind there too. Never mind. It's probably bright.
No, it's nothing.
Okay, good.
Or I'm not signed in for some reason, and I'm just like, and then I get served an ad, and I'm like, what is this?
No, I don't. I would never use an ad blocker on YouTube because I want creators to get the money. Like, it's really important to me that like the small creators that I follow for my entertainment, my knowledge, every single thing I do, like I pretty much do on YouTube, I want those people to get reimbursed for their content that they made for me every time. That's why I don't use an ad blocker on YouTube, because I appreciate the work that people put into it, and they do not get the money if you use an ad blocker. That's why that's another reason we have YouTube Premium, because I think when you have YouTube Premium, more money goes to them than if they just had views from ads.
Oh, really? Do they get a premium cut? That's nice.
I looked. So if you have a premium and you watch channels, they actually get a little bit more.
Well, that's super nice. I just can't deal with ads anymore. So.
Yep. Yep. And they add up, though. They add up. And I watch a lot of I watch a lot of streamers where people with ad block would absolutely, suffer. They would make it so that these smaller streams would just not make any money at all. And I do that. I do YouTube Premium, and I also do Patreon for quite a few. I've been watching this podcast called the Fellowship Covenant podcast on YouTube that also has their own Patreon bonus episodes. And it's these guys that are both YouTubers. It's Nick is Not Green and Mr. Beard, who do essay style videos. Mr. Beard does more editing and stuff. Nick just kind of chats. But they are doing this. It's a church that they have created for this god named Gormu. And let me just tell you, it is really funny. It's really, really funny. It's good. Sorry, it's not funny. It's jubilant. I'm just spreading Gormu's seed right now. Because that's what you do. You spread his seeds. Yeah.
You're reminding me that I need to buy a Jacob Horse plushie.
Oh yeah. But yeah, they their podcast is really, really funny.
Look at this. Oh, jeez.
Brian's phone is the brightest.
Too much.
Yeah, jubilant is what they say when something's, when they're filled with the spirit and they're funny. Things are laughing. But the cool thing about it is, if you are the, if you're in the Patreon and you watch the bonus episodes, those are confessions. And those are basically like people's most embarrassing stories. And they're so funny and they're so good. People that have written in. It's also like they have like really good conversations there too. Really good, like just topical commentary. It's real nice. It's good. The channels that I watch the most are probably Drawfee, Thoughty2. I probably watch Nick Green quite a bit. Not every day. I don't know. I watch YouTube for everything. I watch everything. I watch everything on there because I'm working and I just watch stuff all night long. I like to watch, for relaxation, I like to watch Isaac Arthur, and he does long form essays, and they also are on Brilliant. But he does long form essays about like physics, space physics, futurism, and stuff like that. What else? Astronomy. There's also Physics Girl, which Brian likes to watch.
I haven't really watched that much.
Astrum, which is just one that's just about the universe, basically. And then, well, I watch Alter on YouTube, which is, they do shorts, horror shorts, which is nice. They do
I'm trying to think what I
films.
watch. I watch all the theory channels. So, game theory, film theory, food theory.
Mm-hmm.
I like Drawfee, but I haven't watched it much lately. Corridor Crew.
I really love Drawfee, but I have a hard time watching it because a lot of their streams are drawing, and they're drawing. And now with my clusters, it's just white. It's a white screen, and I can't watch it.
Ooh.
Which maybe I can invert the videos. Yeah.
Night mode, dark mode for.
I watch
Dark mode Drawfee.
Urban Rescue Ranch all the time because I love the animals. So if you watch Urban Rescue Ranch, it's this guy in Texas, and he's rescuing all these animals, usually from places that sell them, or he finds them. Sometimes he he lives in Houston or lives in Waco now, but he would like find ducks like in the canals and stuff where they can't live, and he'll just take them home and take care of them, and then find people that take ducks in.
Oh.
The best part is when Belinda gets banned from YouTube. Today. Yesterday morning.
That's so garbage. So if I join the sock club,
Yeah.
I'm trying to decide that you can pick from small, medium, which says is men's 4.5 to 8.
Yeah.
Or medium large, which is men's 8 to 12.5. So,
It's all in my Saturn. It's all in my Discord. If you're in there, I don't know. Sorry. Go ahead.
I wear a size 8, but I wear a size 8 Kohl's, which I think is a lie.
Yeah, it's hard to know what size you wear in anything when you use Kohl's because their sizes are so fucking weird.
But I usually like I don't know. I like my socks to be. I think I probably would get the smaller size. The thing I hate the most, is when you get socks and like the heel part, because it's got like, well, if you have socks that are like actually made in the shape of a foot, as opposed to
Just a tube.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have like just the shittiest cheap socks that are just a tube, it's got the little cup for your heel, and I hate when that cup is like on my Achilles tendon because it's too big, or if I then pull it down over my heel and then I've got like all this crumpled up sock underneath like my foot.
Yeah. I don't know. I think you're probably in the large category. Because your feet are a little bit bigger than mine, and I find some of those socks just almost too tight.
I don't think so. Only because the small size well, basically every sock I ever buy in the men's department in a store is always too big.
Mm-hmm. Pottery. Oh, I don't know.
No, we're talking Kohl's is a discount department store.
No, he's talking about something that is at Kohl's.
Oh. All I know is...
Oh, yeah, I watch Illuminati, too. And Defunctland. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. All I know is that, I have size 8 Vans from Kohl's, and I bought size 8 Vans from not Kohl's, and they were too small.
I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff in the chat.
But the Nikes that I get at Kohl's are also size 8, and I haven't tried to get Nikes from somewhere else, so I don't know. I can't tell if, because I definitely know Kohl's regular, especially small, medium, large sizes, in their regular clothing is just an absolute lie. It's comedy lie. Imagine if not Kohl's was a store. Hey, Belinda, I'm going to go to not Kohl's. Do you want anything?
God, what's not Kohl's? Walmart? What's the opposite of a store? Trash can? Is consignment shop? Getting your clothes with this is so painful. I just want to put just jab that right into my eye. If you see me making faces, it's not because I am making faces at you. It's because I'm actually just trying to hold my muscles in a certain way that don't hurt so much with this cluster headache.
So the weirdest thing is I can remember in high school buying size 9.5. And then
Not Reeboks. That's different though. That's just off branding.
knockoffs.
Mm-hmm. Some knee box.
And then over the years, then I said I can't think. Yeah, I can remember wearing size 9.5 in high school, and then maybe college or just shortly thereafter, finding that those were kind of loosey-goosey, and so I went down to 9, and then I went down to 8.5, and now I'm at 8, and I don't think my feet are shrinking, so either the sizes, one of two things has happened. Either in high school I was wearing shoes that were just grossly ill-fitting.
Not Kohl's. We use ad algorithm to send you clothes you will hate, won't return because you're crippling anxiety. That's me.
Which is possible. Or shoe sizing has changed, which is, I guess, possible, but I don't think so. Or Kohl's has vanity sizing for shoes, which is obnoxious, but who knows? We all wanted big feet when we were trying to be big people.
That's true.
I'm trying to remember too. It could also be I remember wearing mostly Reeboks in high school, and lately I wear mostly Nikes, so maybe their sizing is just slightly different too.
I'm trying to write some of the people I watch in here
Mm.
for people. They want them. Some of the better ones. Yeah, I just wear Skechers all the time, even though they don't fit my feet quite right. It's fine. It's whatever. I don't go outside enough to care. There we go. Oh God, I can't spell. That was a face. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
I recovered some memories last night in my dreams, which was cool. I was in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered some like building styles from Germany. I want to look them up. Craftsman Steady Crafting.
Man, I haven't seen you watch one of those in a minute.
It's because he hasn't been making that many videos. He's been making music a little bit.
Interesting.
Go through the sheet.
Belinda got some custom Nikes.
I did. Have you guys seen my custom? I guess not. I wore them to my, Tiff has seen my custom Nikes. I wore those to my art show, my art gallery show. I've only worn them twice. I dream in other places a lot. Almost a lot. Meeting people that when I was a kid that I remembered, but like, I don't know if that was a real person or not, you know, things like that too.
I noticed that I have certain things.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Wow.
I don't remember meeting any famous people in my dreams.
I have noticed that I have certain places that I guess are just like archetypes in my brain.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, like liminal spaces for those things to happen.
For dreams.
Like backdrops.
So like, if a dream is set in a particular type of place, for instance, like if there's a dream that happens at home, that home in my dream will always be the house that I grew up in.
Right.
Even though
it's not.
Even though it is a dream about like me and Belinda being at home.
Right, me
and
too.
she's
It'll
like,
be
and like
at my
she's never
grandma's
even
house.
been
Yeah,
to that.
It'll be at my grandma's house.
That house
every
that I'm
time.
talking about.
Because that's
right?
home in your mind.
Right.
Because that's the thing about, like, neurologically, our brains go back to when we were kids anyway, which is why nostalgia is so strong and so misleading. Because your brain was developing at that time, and it's important to your survival to create positive and negative memories associated with certain things. And it's so things are actually cemented more deeply from childhood.
Right. Like, I've almost never had a dream about this house.
Right.
Even though I've lived here 20 years.
If I have a dream about this house, it's a nightmare. Like something's in the closet and I'm half awake or something. You know, like looking, my eyes are halfway open.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or,
I get my nightmares about being bullied still all the time too.
Or if I have a dream about like being in school, it's a particular school.
Yeah, me too.
Even though I've been to
a very particular
several
school.
schools, you know, over
Just
my
one school.
lifetime. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always a particular, like a particular building.
It's the one, you know, the parts of the one that you had the most impact on you.
Right. Even if the dream is about being in school in a different grade than that school was, because it's like my high school. So even if I'm having a dream about, you know, like being in college, it will be set like in that high school classroom or something like that.
My dreams that take place in other countries, and I have them a lot, or even other states, they're always stress dreams. They're dreams where I'm there, I'm supposed to be on vacation or doing something fun, but there's a time difference and I'm late for work and I don't know what time it is. Like I have to work still when I'm there, but there's a time difference. And that's happened in real life. Or I'm there and we don't have, for some reason, there's a flight change and we don't have enough money to get back or enough money to have to stay there longer. That kind of thing. Like just not having enough money to be where you are. And then there's also like being like in a new area that I don't know where anything is and just like not being able to do anything because I'm stuck in a hotel or something. Like I can't get out of the hotel room or you know, I got to stay there for some reason. That kind of thing.
Tiff, do you speak French? The only reason I ask is because I one time had a dream
In your childhood home, yeah, I'm always at my grandma's house.
that
In a regular dream or a nightmare.
I one time had like a dream that was just like a documentary. So it was, you know, it was like I was just watching a documentary. Like I wasn't in the dream. It was just like I was watching a show, and
Yeah.
and the documentary was about geology or something like that. And so it's, you know, it's got all of the like graphics and everything, and it's talking about stuff, but and it's presenting all of these facts about geology, and I don't know shit about geology, but it's presenting them as though it's all, you know. So like I guess my brain was just making that up on the fly. So that's why I was just curious if okay, so you just at least do know French, so that makes some sense.
Yeah. My thing is anything trauma related, I don't recover any trauma in my dreams. I will recover tidbits of places I've been, and I'll recover like people that I might remember, and they turned out to be real people that I did remember. But I never remember trauma because I don't remember those in real life either. Like I don't remember the trauma in real life ever. So like there's some of it that I just don't see at all. Ever. Just like a bad time. So one of my things is when I was a kid, I didn't know this. My mom used to lock me in the closet for like hours at a time. I didn't know this though. I don't remember any of this. But what I do know is that my aunt told me that. And when I was a kid, I used to always have nightmares about closets. Like getting trapped in closets and like labyrinths, extending out of closets and being like the only safe place to be, things like that. And I would always hide in a closet in my dreams. And so like I wondered like why I always had like closets as a thing, and then finding out later, like when I was in my 30s, finding out that like my mom used to lock me in a closet all the time when I was a kid. I was like, oh, that makes sense. But I don't specifically remember being trapped in a closet at all. Does that make sense? Like it would always be like the closet led somewhere, a passageway, or something else happened. Yeah. But yeah, I worry. Sometimes I do worry that will happen. That like something real will come back there. But I don't. It's not like that for me because I haven't been able to recover any of that stuff. Only the weird stuff.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, like playing a kazoo for an instrument with a horn attached to it, trying all over town.
What about a chicken?
Hey, I tried to make a bagpipe out of a screaming
I
chicken.
know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I was an adult then. It was different. You know why? Because I kept it here in the house. It did not go out in the neighbor's yard doing it for hours at a time. You probably... I know that I had to have pissed those people off. Because I did it all the time. It wasn't just one time. It was a bunch of times. Me with my kazoo horn singing sweet rock sax solos through the neighborhood.
You had a vuvuzela before it was cool.
No, because it was me singing. So it was like every note of everything. It was so much louder than that too because I had a funnel stuck to it. Tell him to tone it down. Well, I'm sure it was terrible too. I mean, I was 10, so.
Oh. Damn daylight saving time.
Oh, come on.
What?
You would have been up anyway.
Well, no, but I would be leaving right now, or I'd be getting ready to go now, and it'd be all over in 30 or 40 minutes from now. But instead, it's going to be an hour and 30 minutes from now.
Yeah. I'm probably going to try to get EMDR pretty soon to try to help with my nightmares stuff. Because the nightmares aren't a problem for me because when I was a kid, I had them all the time, and I'm able to, like, turn those on their side a little bit and, like, become lucid. The problem for me are stress dreams. I cannot get out of those. And I have stress dreams all the time. All the time.
Hello, sir? Oh, look at this majestic beast. Ah.
Burp.
He looks so annoyed.
We can be quiet next to his ears. Little baby. Baby boy. Hello.
Tail.
The stress dreams are weird. I think that the new meds I'm on are like making it worse too, because I know that physiologically my body has changed because of the blood pressure medication that I'm taking for these cluster headaches, which means that this is actually milder than it would normally be, and it is milder than it would normally be. Okay. Oh my God, he's lovey right now. My little monster.
Monster man.
He never lets me hold him. Anyway, yeah, so what's been happening is I've been getting really clammy and really sweaty, and I've been basically sweating so much, I've just been like sticking to the bed and the pillow. Like, it's so bad. I'm like, it's like I'm like a Cronenberg nightmare. As someone said the other day. Slime, just instead of the fly, it's just me in the bed trying to like get up. Anyway, what happens though is in my stress dreams, I'm physiologically uncomfortable in them as well, because I'm, because I'm comfortable in real life, so uncomfortable in real life. So I have the dreams, but I'm also like clammy and wet and, you know, just in my pajamas or whatever. Oh yeah, I can't go to those places alone at all. I could never do that. I would never be able to do that. I can't be in either of those places because of the clusters, but yeah, I can't go there. I can't go there by myself or be by myself for very long. But I think that's actually because there's a really good chance that I'm autistic as well, and I get overstimulated over sensory issues pretty quickly. My ADHD and my migraines don't help.
That reminds me, I think...
Oh my God, why is he like this?
Yeah,
I did his other drops, by the way, when I went out.
a second drop.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, good, thanks.
I said I was getting my pills, but he got his drops too.
You're so funny.
He's getting belly rubs right now, that's why I'm taking a picture for you guys. Psst, 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 psst. This is what he's doing next to the table. That's what he's doing. That picks that up really strangely. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if I am or not, just because I'm starting to notice. I've been recovering a lot of memories lately, and that's led me to start to wonder about a lot of like what was going on when I was a kid that maybe wasn't explained by some of the trauma. And so it's hard for me to remember if like I react that way because I was hurt that way and I remember that, or if I react that way because I was just had a sensory thing. Does that make sense? And to have as many sensory issues as I have, which are numerous, I think there's a really good chance. That's and a friend of mine who's a professional in the industry told me that I should get tested by someone specifically who works with people with trauma, and yeah. The cluster issues we're at that point for a long time. I'd only been able to manage a few times, but they're actually better than they were. So, yeah. Like there's a lot of stuff like wool, or buttons, or styrofoam being anywhere near me, even in the room. Socks. No, so what's happened is I was taking meds for them and they're helping. They're like dampening them down a little bit. But I'm having them so often still that I'm having them like what 3 or 4 days in a row, and then none for 2 days are really mild ones, and then like a few really severe ones. Like they're just constant. I'm having one right now. Like I'm trying to like hold my face in a certain way to not trigger it as much, because when I smile, it hits the nerve and it hurts. Like it makes it feel like something is just being lightning is going through my eye. It's insane. Because yeah, when I'm having these, I pretty much, this is what I look like while I'm streaming games and I'm not showing my face, is I'm just like this. Because I'm trying as hard as possible to just drop and relax my face. But I don't even naturally do that. So I'm trying to do that as much as possible so that it doesn't hurt. I'm just like... Snake game. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Resting bitch face. Just... Well, that's what I was saying earlier. No laughing. Just be like, well, that's too much movement.
Oh, your son.
I know, he's a sweetie. Mister. Haha, triple kill, no laughs, just kills. Do you ever notice how, like, whenever someone is, like, super racist on there, or, like, just a real shitty name, and then, like, I'll kill them, I won't necessarily say anything, but, like, a few seconds later I'll just be like, and it's like that. It always reminds me, love sack. Oh yeah, we don't have a love sack, but ours is a
Zorby.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it reminds me of the website is down, where the guy does all of that stuff to the other guy's computer, and then at the very end everything's over and he's like, ugh, and then he's like, like, it's so funny. Mm-hmm.
It's
X
Zorby with an
an
X. Because reasons. Because you can't just replace any letter with X.
Well, that's the thing though, is you have to realize that I used to do the same thing. Like, I asked Brian before I had migraines what was the issue with going to those places. I mean, I had really hard time. I mean, you don't know how I met Brian. You know how I met Brian, right? It's through the DDR forum. And I was an adult woman who was afraid to go outside anywhere. And I wanted to try to meet the people who were doing DDR. And how long did I put it off?
A while.
I was on the forum for, I don't know. It was more than a year, 2 years, maybe.
Was it that long?
It was a long time before, like, I actually decided to, like, come to a meetup. And I think I ended up at one, and I don't know if Brian was at that one or not, but I remember I met a few people and I didn't go to any more. I just went to one.
I didn't meet you then.
I went to one, and then I didn't meet Brian until, was it a West Side thing?
I met you over at
Yeah,
West Side.
At West Side.
But it wasn't during a thing.
It was just me and you.
Yeah.
We met, and just met in, yeah, and we had a Love Burger.
At the, what is that place called?
At the bar.
Hey! Flash is attacking my camera.
He just did the thing to you that he does to me.
You little bugger.
Little shit. But yeah, I was so afraid because of the overstimulation and being by myself and not knowing anybody and not having anybody to talk to and already being a shut-in, because I had been for quite a while at that time. I did not come to any of the meets for a very long time. I had been on the forums, and there was people, I had added some people from there on LiveJournal, and I talk to them all the time. One meet.
LiveJournal.
I came to one meet, and then I came to Westside to meet you, and then I did one DDR-a-thon. I came to that. Maybe two. One time I helped with the DDR-a-thon at the end, and the other time I came to the whole thing. But that was already after we knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the times I may have been working at the mall still. Maybe not. When I was at the brewery. But yeah, I have a hard time going places. So whenever we talk about going to Dave & Buster's, it's a big deal for me to go. Like, it's a big deal for me to be able to go. And so whenever I'm physically able to, I want to go because I need to be around the stuff and talk to people, even for a little while, just to keep up on being a human being. Because I do not see people and I do not go anywhere.
Which reminds me, Ace is off Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
This coming Wednesday.
Oh, you're thinking about you want to go to Dave & Buster's?
If you want,
okay.
we could go.
And now that's the thing. So I always had like different types of sensory issues, but I've always had the not bright lights, but smoke for sure, and smells. I've always had problems with, causing me problems. Smoke especially. We go into Dave & Buster's when you're going. That's cool. Are you off too? That's awesome.
You saw me on the 20th picture. What what was the picture?
Fan art.
Fan art.
Of you playing Ditter.
Oh, I know there's a picture out there of me holding the
I can't stand him. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There's
Flash.
Oh, it's me with the first mix marquee? Okay. Yeah, I know which picture you're talking about.
This is going in the Discord. But yeah, that's when... Yeah. West Side. God, when was that? How long ago was that?
That would have been like 2003 or 4. Probably. No, yeah. I think so. Probably like 2004.
I have a hard time. Some of the places that I like the most are also places that overwhelm me more than anything else, which is why I have to prepare. I have to prepare mentally for a while. I have to know, like, in advance, or I have to, like, really be ready for it. Like, some days I'll just be like, you know what, let's do blah today. I feel like I can do it, you know? Well, Brian will tell you that. What did we do the other day when I wasn't going to go out at all, and we ended up doing something cool? New restaurant or something.
Was that when we went to Ninth Street?
It might have been, yeah, when I was like, hey, let's just go somewhere.
Or was that when we went to the... what was the place we went to? Was it a Mexican place recently?
Oh, yeah.
There was some place recent that we went to that was great.
Just on the way out of town.
No. Gosh, where was that? I'll think of it in a minute.
Well, so one of the things is that, like, when I find a place that I really am comfortable going, I want to go there always. And so I have, like, these kind of criteria that I've noticed for myself that I want. It's always going to be a place with good lighting that is not going to hurt my eyes. And that's always been the case. That's been the case even before I had migraines. I've always wanted to go places with better lighting because I get overstimulated by too much light. I get panic attacks when I go in Meijer because of the way that their lights are. There's something about the specific, like, color of the light that when I'm in there for too long, I will start to have a panic attack, and sometimes that will lead to a hemiplegic migraine, which is basically like a stroke. Like, they're terrible.
We went to that one Mexican restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We were deciding between that or the other place over there.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
And
BJ's.
Yeah. So we were trying to go to dinner, and we were thinking about going to BJ's because we go to
library.
BJ's all the time.
Library, and it
Anyway.
wasn't Mexican. It was It was a tapas, Spanish.
It was barely tapas.
Spain though, not Mexico.
Yeah, but the thing I had was definitely
Yeah, I don't know.
because they didn't have tacos.
Yeah, they had Mexican food as well.
Yeah.
Right from Phantasm. Okay, so yeah, you know what I'm saying is that like that level of light is hard for me, so I have to go somewhere with good lighting.
But yeah, we were contemplating whether to go. I mean, we could have gone to BJ's.
Yeah, or we could
over
have
there
gone to
by-
Stony Creek Steakhouse place,
Yeah.
or we could
the
have gone
library.
to the library.
And it turned so we decided to not go to BJ's because we go to BJ's all the time, which is I mean.
And
it's,
it was a
it's
day
great.
that I was like, okay, we can go out today.
Yeah.
And let's just go to BJ's and it'll be fine. And then on the way there I was like, what if we go somewhere new? So
And as it turned out, the two
two
alt
places,
places
yeah,
happen to be owned by the same place. They're the same ownership.
yeah, Cunningham or something.
Yeah.
And so it turned out to be really, really good. And I always try to remind myself that, right? When I want to be somewhere comfortable and I don't know if I have the spoons or not, that most of the time when I do venture out of my comfort zone, I find something really cool, you know. We found 9th Street Bistro probably the same way, just like looking for something and like trying something new. And it's not that I'm afraid to try new things. I definitely want to. It's just that if I go somewhere, I'm not really worried about the food. I'm always worried about the lighting and whether or not I'll be able to be comfortable enough there to actually eat and enjoy my meal, because that's what happens is I'll go somewhere and if I get overstimulated, it's awful.
There's
Texas Roadhouse.
modern country music at
Blasting
99
as
decibels.
loud as possible, and like I'm so uncomfortable in Texas Roadhouse that like the only way I have to be like there at the like
I don't even want to go
it's
anymore.
It's so hard to handle that
It,
place.
it's
At
not
least
even
it's not bright. That's the other thing. They gotta have booths. They gotta have good lighting, and they gotta make their own tea. And it can't come from a machine, just because that's super gross. But yeah.
I don't know. Texas Roadhouse is like my favorite carry-out steak now
Mm-hmm.
because I don't like going there. The food's great,
it's-
but I don't like being there.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can't have anything from there? I love
Dietary
their-
restrictions?
Yeah, I love their green beans. But yeah, they're Oh no, that's no I'm sorry. Man. Yeah, I think that all of my favorite places have all the same things in common. And that's that they've got, you know, a menu that doesn't change too much, but that doesn't
Sorry,
really
I keep
matter.
looking over there because Flash is chewing on everything in my desk.
He's crazy. But yeah, he wants I don't know what he wants right now.
Flash, come here.
Attention.
Come here, buddy.
Normally Flash doesn't wreck everything in here because he's in my office wrecking everything with me.
Flash. Flash.
Other day, he was like being all cute and rolling around backwards like this and getting attention, and then he turned around and started trying to bite the keycaps off my keyboard. Brian is like, what is happening? I'm gonna go stop him. Do you? Oh, baby.
Oh,
Got him.
stinky.
Did he fart?
Yes.
Did you get a tuna fart? Are you scared? He was,
It's bad.
oh, yesterday it was so funny. We were watching a movie and Creedmoor came up. And I smelled a horrible fart. And I was like, Skylar, did you fart? I just want to make sure before I blame the cat because he does fart really bad. But it was a smell, like I wasn't used to the smell or whatever. Like, It wasn't a normal fart smell. And he was like, I might have, maybe. And I was like, okay, just want to make sure. And then a few seconds later, he was like, wait, that was not me. That was really bad. And I was like, yeah, it was extremely bad. And it's because we've been giving him those,
Well, tuna.
the tuna and the wet stuff for the medicine. But Creedmoor is more farty, and he tends to fart when he's really excited. So he'll come up to you, and then like he will at some point before he jumps on you or jumps on your back, will fart either in the air or immediately after. So it's always like right there.
Look, my wrist is broken.
Oh no. Anyway.
That looks convincing. That I
Your-
just
your
have a
hand?
very short
Yeah,
arm.
hold on. Nope. Hold on. I don't know. Everything's just so crazy these days. I can't figure out what's going on in this situation. My hand looks so tiny.
Oh, I'm tired and this is funny.
Yeah, that makes sense. I needed one of my. Yeah, exactly. That's that's exactly it. That's what I was doing. You missed it the other night when we did our blacklight stream, and we just spent like 20 minutes fucking around with the lights. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. Look at that. Change it this way. Change the lights that way. That's really neat. Just entertaining ourselves for like 2 hours on the stream. Uh-oh. He sees something. I don't, so it must be invisible. We're being haunted. Are those cat treats?
No.
Oh.
They're Hello Kitty candies.
Oh.
I had one, I didn't like it. I should just throw them away. They're not good. Or I don't like them anyway. He has his face literally in a candy bag. Amazing.
He doesn't just have his face in the candy bag. He has his face inside of the candy bag, and his legs are around the outside of it, digging and moving everything around on the desk.
Flash!
He got one!
No, he didn't get one.
Oh. He didn't? He got something else?
Yeah, he didn't get anything. He's just being dumb. Alright, I'm gonna get another drink.
Okay, me too. This is the part where I see if I can hold eye contact until Brian gets back. You choose the subject. Oh wait, I won't be able to see it. I do love this though. This is my favorite thing. I want to do more of this all the time. I want a puppet so bad, but I don't want to be that asshole with the puppet, you know what I mean? But I want one. I want at least one. I want like 4 puppets. But I want one that's like a snake, that's like jaunty. Ugh, I'm so strong. Looks like Ashes sees a spirit. Oh, that's so cute. Ta-da! Yes. Have a puppet group? Well, yeah, mostly I just want, like, something that is kind of just goofy to have every once in a while with me off of the screen. I get you. No, I figured it out. Yeah. That's sweet.
Well, I'm really glad I took a nap earlier, though. Or I would be just passed out completely already.
You missed it. I said I wanted a puppet.
A puppet?
Mm-hmm.
Like what kind of puppet? What?
Like what?
Huh? I don't know. I had a marionette when I was a kid.
Yeah, like a puppet or like a soft puppet. Mm-hmm. So I want to get into. So I want sensory things. I have a sensory issue with wool, and I really want to make a puppet. And I can't make a puppet well without learning how to felt wool. And I do want a wool puppet, but I can't touch it. And felting it is like, touching it is like the worst feeling I've ever like felt, but like biting into it is extremely bad. And I've had to like do that before. And I made a little story about how that's what would happen to me in hell, is they would just make me chew felt over and over. But I don't want to touch it. It like makes my teeth and my jaw hurt. Like, it just, even being around the texture of it does that to me. And I'm okay sometimes around really soft felt, but like the hard stuff is what you need. So you need it to be sturdy, to be able to hold the shape of the puppet. But you can make a fully custom puppet when you do the felting. But the felting is taking a ball of wool and sticking needles into it, into a sponge, which is also terrible texture wise, over and over and over again, like long needles. Just so I don't want a furry one. I don't want a furry puppet. I thought about just making... I used to have a sock puppet when I was on CW, on the adult site. I had a puppet. She had a wig and glasses. She was emo. She was emo sock. I'm serious. And she had a voice like Brenda Shaw. Tom and Crow puppets. I don't know if I have a picture of emo sock anywhere, but she was rad. I may have it, but let me see. Can you post links on your?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I might have it on.
Felt emo might delete.
Felt emo might delete. But I think it would be fun to have a puppet. So here's the other thing. I have this problem where I have no identity, and I don't want it to represent me necessarily. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I make. But also it's one of those things where I can't choose what kind of animal I want it to be. So I want it to be a monstie. So if I make a puppet, it could be a monstie, but it could also be like jaunty, right? It could be like my thing, my little cute thing that I have for my actual logo. But I can't decide what I want. Do I want it to like have horns, cute teeth, or to look too goofy? You know what I mean? And it's like, but if it's just a puppet, I could just make one. But if that's why I wanted more than one, because I can't choose. I just want to make like different monster puppets, basically. And I would want to do them like I do my monsties, where I roll for it, but then kind of like pick from there maybe if I make more than one. I thought that would be fun, but I can't do that because I can't touch felt. But I could... I'm still working on this problem in my head. I've been working on it for a while, trying to come up with a puppet that I wouldn't hate. And I was thinking of making like one of those found object like trash things. Have you ever seen those trash sculptures? I was thinking about making a puppet like that. And I didn't know if I would have like the time to like work on something like that. It would take a long time because I would have to do that kind of art first off, and then I would also have to learn how to like make it nice to use. And I follow Barnaby Dixon on YouTube. I don't know if you follow him. He's an amazing puppeteer. And he makes really cool puppets, and he does like these little two-handed wiggly guys that glow in the dark, and he can make them dance and things like that. And it's really cool. but I think I would be bad at it doing that kind of puppetry, being able to move my fingers separately, because I've tried a bunch of times and I can't do it. I can't do the horse thing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You make a horse. I can't fucking do it. My fingers will not do it. Anyway, puppets. What do you think? What should I make? Who should I talk to? Who do you run to when you want to puppet? I don't even know how this came up. I'm looking for emo sock though, so 1 second.
Flash.
So you had a marionette, Noah.
Yes, a marionette.
And how did that? What did you do with it?
Tried to use it. Detangled its strings a lot.
What? How old were you?
10? I don't know. Kid.
Oh.
Why?
Okay.
Why?
That makes sense. Like having a puppet as a kid makes a lot more sense.
You just trying to like look under everything on my desk, sir?
And sometimes I wouldn't even necessarily want it for the stream. I would just want it. Just to have it. Because I think it looks cool. You know what I mean? Just imagine, go in this like grown woman's house and she's just got a bunch of puppets everywhere. And they're not small. They're like actual puppets. He wants your attention so bad.
Hey!
He's biting. Oh, he's gonna eat your Tamagotchi.
Stop it! Giant teeth.
Oh. I wanted to tell them about I was going to tell you about the game that I was telling. I was trying to think of other games that use the same technology as Time Traveler. There's at least a few of them that throw the image back. And do you know which ones those are?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there was one other game in that cabinet.
Okay, what's
called,
that?
Holosseum.
Holosseum, okay. What else what was that game with the 4 castles that also has like a really fancy version of it?
Castles.
And the fancy version, like that we played at the arcade museum of Space Invaders?
Are you
with
talking,
a weird like thing in front of them?
Are you talking about
The double screen?
Warlords?
Yeah, Warlords. There's like a fancy cabinet version of that one, I think.
So a lot of
But what is that? What is that? How do they do that?
so that's different than
Yeah, but what is that? I just wanted to know.
I'm trying to think what that would be, what that's called.
Then I can explain it better.
But a lot of I don't know about a lot of, but several games
Yeah.
in like the late 70s, early 80s, you know, because graphics weren't great, right? They did a lot of other things to try and make the game look cooler. And a lot of that was done with
Dog Pilot.
so Space Invaders, which you were talking about, the deluxe version of the cabinet had like a whole, like when you looked in through the front glass, right? It was almost like a diorama,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it had like physical objects in there that you could kind of see, and it had like really cool lighting and stuff like that.
Yeah, and there's like a multi-screen effect as well.
And then and then the monitor, rather than
Good night, Bit.
good night, looking directly at the monitor is actually set out of you, and you're seeing a reflection of it, and so you're just seeing the very basic Space Invaders graphics, but they look like they're kind of floating over this real environment, and it's a really neat effect. It's I want to say it's done with mirrors, which is
Maybe?
kind of
yeah,
true.
I don't know. If I can figure out what it's called, I would look it up, because I think it's super cool. And it would be neat to use that. some other way.
It's a
I
two.
remember that being on something else too.
I think
that same thing. Not just that, but some
Actually,
other application I've seen it used.
you know what the technique I think they're using is the same technique that they use for teleprompters.
Okay.
So with a teleprompter,
Right.
there's
Where
just a
there's
pane
a
of
screen and it's
there's a
laying
pane
down.
of glass at an angle, like so like if this is the camera lens, there's a pane of glass like this.
Well, it used to be anyway.
Yeah. And then there would be a screen down here. And so you could see, if you're on the other side of the camera, you can see
You can see the words.
the reflection of the...
So that you're reading it directly in front of the camera.
Right.
The camera doesn't pick it up.
But the camera can't see it because the glass is at an angle. So the camera's shooting through this way, but you can kind of see the reflection on the back of the glass, and that's how you can appear to be looking directly at the camera, but you're actually able to read stuff. And so that's how they were doing it with these games too, is they were using that same effect where they would mount the monitor down below, like kind of at the level of the control panel, and it's reflecting up onto glass at an angle, but you can see through the glass at real objects that they've placed in there.
Right.
And then
that's
lit in
how Time Traveler works
special
too.
way. Time Traveler was slightly different because Time Traveler had a
A TV mounted into the cabinet,
yes,
and then a pane of glass behind it that was angled toward us.
it was it used a convex mirror or a concave mirror.
Oh, okay.
It actually had it had a lens that surface, that flat surface.
Yeah.
If you looked underneath it, it was actually like a curved,
It was like projected onto
it was like a
it.
curved lens.
Okay, I see.
That created that that effect.
A vintage jukebox. A vintage jukebox.
Wait, how vintage? Does
Yeah.
the song have to be on a 45?
And how vintage do you mean? Do you mean now vintage or vintage for us, people our age? Because now vintage is like the 90s. But like vintage our age is like the 50s, 60s.
It's not vintage my age.
Well, I would probably pick a Dolly Parton song.
I listened to this great podcast about Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we talked a little bit about it the other day.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this still. I got a lot of shit on my Imager apparently.
Classics from either the 50s or the 90s. I want to hear that radio format.
So I'm just trying to figure out what that is called. What that particular like technique is called, because if I can find what it's called, I can learn how to do it, and I can figure out how to do it myself. But I'm sure. I wonder if it's a two-way mirror. I guess it wouldn't be. Just give me the thing so that I can find it. This is not. I'm just trying to look for the damn puppet, and all I'm seeing are cats and cats and cats. Oh well. One thing that I really hate about Imager is if you put something up there, you can't. Nah, it doesn't matter. I'll post it later. But I mean, it wasn't anything special. Emo girl. The reason that I like the idea of puppets is
That's what you're looking for.
Pepper's Ghost. Oh, okay. I do know what that is. I'm an idiot because they use lights. Yeah, okay. It's the same thing, but with television.
It's also how the Haunted Mansion works.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. It's interesting. It's really interesting. I think it's cool when people use technology or like use things in ways that you wouldn't expect to make for a more fun experience. And you know what that is? You know what that means? What I think? All of the games that I like are like that. You too, I think.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Something different that makes it a more fun experience.
I mean, that's basically my criteria for games. Ooh, excuse me, that I collect. They're all games where the cabinet itself
It
is
has something
part
special about
is
it.
part
yeah.
of the experience. Whether that means that like the cabinet is part of the controls, or it has some kind of special light show,
Yeah.
or it has some kind of special gimmick. Irritating maze.
And it doesn't just have to be special about it, but it needs to add to the gameplay in
Right.
some way.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, because otherwise, I'll just play it on my console. Because like Pac-Man, for instance,
Yeah.
great game, cabinet, fine, but like playing Pac-Man on a cabinet, playing Pac-Man on a TV.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about the same. I mean,
Tetris.
yeah, it's like the only thing that the arcade cabinet really has is that joystick. But yeah, like Alpine Racer is a good example. It's not one of my particular favorites, but yeah, I mean, absolutely. You've got those ski controls. That's kind of cool. I think Alpine Racer has the fan too, right? Doesn't it, that like blows air in your face, like as you get going faster. So, but all of those kind of things that are
Yeah,
where,
like
where they
Flappy
just
Bird or...
where they just do something that something unique, or something that makes the
Yeah.
cabinet integral to the
And yeah,
experience.
Irritating Maze would not be a game that you would even understand why you would play it unless you played it in the cabinet. Like, that game is the cabinet. It literally blows air at you when you die. Like, that's part of it.
Yeah.
And the cabinet flashes at you. I mean, it's got, like, everything about it is what makes the game. It's the cabinet.
It's obnoxious.
It is. It's terrible. I was like, that game is so interesting because it encapsulates everything that is irritating about it perfectly. The music seems into this like weird noises, background noises that are terrible. The graphics are just
Okay.
absolutely ridiculous between bad and these people knew what they were doing. And then it blinks at you with an actual flash. It flashes in your face, and then in that second it releases air in your face when you die. Like, and it's so stressful that because you're playing with the ball, you are really concentrating, and your face is like in the screen, like just trying to like do it. It's so irritating. And you don't stop. And you don't stop. And you don't stop. That's like in the game.
I mean, I think at the end of the day, what we're saying is like presentation is absolutely part of it. Because like if you think about like Irritating Maze, or not Irritating Maze, sorry, Flash Beats. Like Flash Beats, the game of Flash Beats is...
It's because you watch these tubes. If we played that game on anything else, it would be ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, like, quote unquote, graphically, like, it's primitive, like Pong, right? Like, there's nothing really, to look at, but it's like they implement it as these, these
Playing
tubes
DDR
of
with a D-pad.
these tubes of light, with this pumping soundtrack,
Right.
and it's suddenly a cool game, even though
It's like giant stereo.
right, even though the game, the actual game itself is pretty simple, really.
Yeah, I wish it needed more programs, or had more programs. That'd be really cool, because it is such a cool thing, but they just didn't even make anymore. Obviously, it didn't work. Like, people didn't get it here, I don't think.
Well, I mean, it never appeared
did,
here. It
yeah.
was Japan only.
Yeah.
So
But
I don't know
one,
how well
right?
it did
Maybe,
in Japan. But
I love to hear that Japanese guy just screaming at me at the beginning. It catches me off guard every time, and I'm like, oh no. Getting yelled at. But yeah, there's a video on Brian's channel of him playing Irritating, or me playing Irritating Maze, and I definitely jumped and screamed every time.
It gets me every time the first
because
time.
you're not ready to die, first off, because you're concentrating so hard, and so when you die, you have the panic of dying on top, like, just edged out by the stress of having tried to play and getting hit with that. It just gets your startle response every time.
Yeah, even though I know it's there, it startles me the first time every time.
It gives me actual physical anxiety to, like, wait to get blasted in the, you know. Oh, Flash. She's like, I just want all the attention that I wasn't getting because I'm not in Mom's office.
Are you so sleepies? He's so sleepies. Look at him.
But yeah, I mean,
Sleepies boy.
I think that's why Time Traveler, like, made such a big thing on me. Plus, I'm, like, really into sci-fi, so I never even knew that was a Laserdisc game in the first place when I played it. I just thought it was really cool because I had never seen anything like it, ever. I had never seen a hologram. I thought it was, like, a cool, you know, idea and a cool tech, and I was just enamored with it. I thought it was so cool. And even then, I knew how it worked. I just loved playing it. I loved looking at it.
Yeah, it is.
The concept of, like, a hologram was just great.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a very, very cool visual effect. And it's one that really you can only experience in person. Like,
Yeah.
you really cannot capture it on camera.
And it sucks that the game isn't great.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the game itself is pretty rough.
Yeah.
I mean, the Laserdisc games anyway are
Yeah.
tough to make very engaging because they tend to be just, you know, exercises in rote memorization.
And there's not really any story, obviously.
And-
it's
and
just
frustration.
you do a thing, you do a thing, you do a thing, you get the thing.
Yeah, but
Unlike, I think there's a little bit more in.
yeah, unfortunately, you know,
The cutscenes aren't good, basically.
not to knock it. Not to knock it, because I do appreciate it the same way you do, Time Traveler.
Yeah, yeah.
But in the realm
The
of
game is
Laserdisc video games, it's not even a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in that realm, and that realm is already.
Don't get me wrong, it
mostly
can be fun
not
to
good.
play, because it's just as fun to play as far as trying to get through the challenge of playing it. That part of it, the gaming, that part can be fun to play, but it is not good.
It's
really stupid.
It is definitely not. It's like not even B movie. It's like C or D movie quality.
And when you, like, level up, you go to different, like, times.
Yeah, it is. It is so cheesy.
And that took me until I was, like, I was quite old when I figured that out, that's what was going on, for sure. Because I think I watched it with you, and I had never gotten that far. Because we watched the disc of it, and I tried to play through it. And I was like, oh, I get it now.
Did you ever finish it?
No. I'm not patient enough for those kind of games that just, like, where you have to, you know, just figure it out every time. I got a message
One message.
telling me when I work. Belinda works varies.
Varies. Oh, he is snoozy boy.
I'm glad he's sleeping. I'm glad he's, like, having chill time away from me. Everything's fine.
I bet it was that pain pill.
Mhm.
Either the pain
Yeah, the
pill or
doctor
the.
made it sound like he was worried. He was really stressed out, and I was like, I don't think it's stress. I think he's just,
Wired.
yeah. He wasn't acting stressed out. He was acting really happy.
I think it was either between the pain pill
Mhm.
or the topical that they gave him
Mhm.
there, which they said was, you know,
Mhm.
3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, this cat was just,
He was wired.
yeah.
Oh, I would love to as well. Do you want to do a Jackbox? He's got to leave. And then-
I have time for a Jackbox.
Yeah. We played some last time. It was fun. No, it's not happening on Discord, but I'm going to give the code in Discord.
Should we do the new one again?
Sure, yeah, that was good.
But yeah, I got to take Ace to work here in about half an hour, so I have time for one, maybe two
Okay.
games of Jackbox, and then
On Gardic. Gardic Phone is really, really funny. I would play that if, I guess it doesn't work as well, but we could probably do it with 3 people. If you want to do that.
I would.
We'll do those. We'll do that as a setup next time, so we can like plan for it.
I'm just not ready. I'm not
well,
ready.
let's do. I don't know what your schedule looks like, but if we wanted, we could do a stream next week. Doing Gardic Phone maybe on Saturday. We don't have anything, do we?
I don't think so. Next Saturday,
I can either do. Well, we can do Tuesday.
and then the
Yeah, I could
either.
do Tuesday,
Oh, let me turn this up.
and then just make it that we'll do Gardic Phone. And if not, we can probably do Saturday, but next week. Okay.
Okay, which one are we playing?
We wouldn't go as late. We wouldn't start as late, probably.
Mhm.
We could probably start at a specific time, like 10. It's just that I slept too much because of my pills. Brian probably didn't even. I woke up a couple times and then I just like couldn't even get up. I just fell back asleep because I'm always so tired from it. Okay, so let's go to Jackbox.tv. And
Which game are we playing?
Let's do. What game do you want to play? Night Saturn. We did. I don't remember. Junktopia was not the best one for. Maybe Nonsensory. That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
Okay, let's try this one.
Okay. Go into
Yeah,
Discord.
this has been our.
I'll post it in mine if you want to post it in Brian's from mine, or you can. Or Brian will do it. We'll see.
Yeah, hold on. Let me turn our volume up just a little bit. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right. I have to pull it down here for a second
Yeah, for
and
the
start
code.
it. Yep. Boot.
I don't quite remember this one, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. I have it. I didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't?
Well, I need to put it. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
So, Belinda put the code in her Discord. I'll put it in mine as well.
Flash, do you want to come play with me? Yeah? Come here, baby. Come on. There you go.
Okay, you found it already. Oh, I still need my phone to play. Because I'm dumb.
Did you see what just happened?
He's being good.
He came when I called him.
Yeah, that's how he is.
He doesn't usually do that, but he was so sweet. And he's laying down.
Because he's in sleepy mode.
I know. He doesn't lay with me, though. You don't usually lay with me. Powerade message? Oh, on Discord?
Was that a while ago?
I don't remember.
Why is my volume not working?
Oh, let me look. Oh.
It's from June.
Yeah. That's just how I am. Yeah, because Brian told me that you like Powerade.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep. I gotta open this back up. Felix.
Hello, I'm Professor Nanners. Thank you for participating in this study unlocking your powers of non-sensory perception.
Test 1.
No farts.
Writing.
Everyone will begin with a similar writing task based on this category. Write the first line of a dating profile.
The rest of the information about what you'll write and where your secret number sits on the range should be on your device now. Try to write an answer that will lead your fellow participants towards guessing your secret number, or just write an answer that makes sense for you. Let your inner mind guide you.
Secret number.
Please note that you're halfway through your time. Your time is up. Come on.
Let's begin with this question.
How many cats does this person own?
And this participant's answer. Use your device to guess the true percentage up to 100%.
After you guess, feel free to let us know what you're feeling.
You can use your device to share your emotional feedback. What did we all feel was correct?
But what's correct?
Ooh, I almost said
The
6.
closer you get, the more powerful the reading.
Well, someone got close.
The writer gets points for every player that got close.
Let's try a new question.
How much does the person who wrote this dating profile like cars?
Let's see the response. This is on a scale from 1 to 10. Ah, a promising grouping here.
The real answer.
Dang. Nice.
I must admit, I don't love that.
Let's
Well,
explore a different question for a bit.
How romantic
Love it
is this
either.
person?
Let's see the response.
How romantic.
It's like either being romantic or ironic.
Similar theories, good to see.
And the true answer.
Nice.
That's a bit of a setback.
Okay,
Very
we've
romantic,
completed
or
test
the other
one.
end is sleazy.
And now, time to review the data.
Everyone is doing equally well. That's disappointing. No, wait.
So happy.
It's incredible.
I've never seen you like this when you sit with me.
Test 2. Drawing.
Drawing.
Everyone will begin with a similar drawing task based on this category. Draw food.
Let your inner mind guide you.
Just letting you know, half of the time has passed. Oh, by the way, I'm always interested when you have extra confidence in an answer. After you
thing where
choose
you
your
forget
answer, you can
everything
tap
you
and
ever
hold
knew
the
about anything.
confidence button to get bonus points for being close.
I
But if you're not close enough, you'll lose
went
points
very
instead.
literal.
We'll begin with
did I.
this.
How scary is this cake?
Let's see the response. Everyone seems to be honing in on the same area. But where does the truth lie?
Spooky boy.
Let's cleanse our mind palettes with a new question.
How difficult would this food be to eat while driving?
Let's see the response.
Wait, I had to draw a cake. And he thought it was cat.
It's fine, it's late. Your eyes are blurry. I can't decide if that's a shake with a straw in it or a sundae with a spoon in it.
But what is it?
I picked. Okay. So it was a shake with a straw in it. because that's pretty easy
Let's
to eat.
explore a different
driving.
question for a bit.
It also
What
has cream on
percentage
it,
of
so-
everything does this
What cream?
everything
Okay.
on it hot dog
So it's like
actually
not
have
too
on
hard,
it?
right?
Let's
it's not
see the
too hard, but it's
response.
not.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it was a
This
if
one
it was
uses
a,
percentages.
sundae with a spoon in it, that would be
Yeah,
hard.
it.
Someone hit the confidence button. Nice.
Here's a bonus for that confidence.
It's a line chart.
I thought it was just one thing.
Oh no,
All
that's
right,
about 70%
that's a wrap
full.
on test 2.
Oh.
All right,
I
then.
thought it
In the
was-
interest of
Yeah, I know, I was
transparency,
just being-
here's
Yeah, I
what I've
thought it
learned
was
so
all
far.
one topping.
I mean, it was
Oh,
just a
okay.
scribble, but
I like my data like I like my food. Raw.
raw. It's raw.
Test 3.
Man, I wonder if we're gonna get a
Writing.
fart incident if that counter just keeps going all the forever.
Make up a book title.
So much happening under the surface. Attention! Half of the time has
It
elapsed.
was really goofy.
Let's begin with this question.
How many sequels does this book have?
Let's see the response.
Yikes.
This is on a scale from 1 to 10.
Man, have we had one that was 1 or 10? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Have we?
Not in this game.
Here's what we were hoping to hit.
I should have added a seriously at the end.
Let's try a new question. How likely is this book to make you laugh out loud? Let's see the response. This one uses percentages.
You chose all close together. That could be good. The truth, however,
Like, My Normal Cat as written by Ali Broche. Absolutely fucking hilarious. Because I don't know who the, like...
Let's explore a different question for a bit. How likely is this book
Laugh
to
out
get
loud.
banned? Let's see the
It was
response.
in quotes, My Normal Cat.
What?
Wild. Octomom's biography? Yeah.
How close were we?
Dang. Dang, Brenda.
we have now completed test 3.
Okay, Time to assess what we've observed so far. I could really go for a banana right about now.
He just noticed
We are
Brenda.
now entering the final test. That means the
I have
points
a whole
are
thing about
doubled.
that. I have like an alter ego called Brenda.
It's time to draw a combination of two
I'm
very
pretty sure
different
Joni just thinks your name
things.
is Brenda.
Everyone does. That's the fucking point.
On your device, draw something that sits on the range we've sent you, and then tap Submit. We've hit the halfway mark on the allotted time.
Makes me want to play the t-shirt game. God, I want to play a t-shirt game so bad. Right now. Mr. Flash,
This is
We'll
terrible.
begin with
I didn't like my
this.
percentage.
Where does this drawing belong between Rhino and Dumpster?
Let's see the response.
What do we think we knew?
These readings show a consensus.
The real answer?
No one hit it perfectly, but you were all close. Let's cleanse our mind palettes with a new question.
Where does this drawing belong between tree and troll?
Let's see the response.
What?
Is he miladying there?
No, he just has.
Syncing up a bit, I see. But what is it?
I meant like a.
This is almost
Like a
beyond
cave troll.
science.
Or a.
I thought he's holding a hat there.
No,
Let's
those are,
explore a
those are,
different question for a bit.
branches.
Where does this drawing belong between pianist and hacker?
Let's see the response.
That'd be an interesting way to hack. Or type keeper.
It's about as realistic as hacking in most movies.
Yes, but the keyboard.
Encouraging conformity of guesses.
Key.
And the true
Giga
answer.
Rams do the trick.
Goonies meets hackers.
The final test is finished.
And the gifted among you is...
I
Yay!
suspect your mind already knows how well you did here today.
I want to do a t-shirt one.
I
You
don't,
gotta go.
yeah.
I guess we can be done. I might play Sims later. something.
I would love to do a t-shirt one, but I have like maybe 10 minutes,
Okay.
which is not quite enough, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. Look at him. I still can't believe he's laying with me. He never does this.
What a sweet boy.
A life-changing experience is that bad, huh? He was so scared.
They stuck something in my
He
leg.
was being so good, though. I just know he was scared because he did some panting. He's been taking his medicine real good.
Yep.
Especially now that we're putting it in and stuff. I'll always do that from now on, instead of just trying to give it to them straight. Instead of hating it and it being the worst thing, because he'll take the eye drops just fine. Like, he doesn't fight me. In fact, he just, kind of holds himself still for it. The pills weren't too bad. I'd fight him a little bit, but, just killing a cat's hard. But he would not take the liquid. He just flipped out on me. And he, doesn't really do that. And so, putting it in the pate stuff, like, he still knows what I'm doing. He sees me do it, and he knows. But he eats it just fine. He looks forward to it.
Wait, there's somebody singing?
Yeah. Alright, so I think we're gonna head out, and so we can try to stream Tuesday, but we'll probably, if Saturday's better for you, we can probably do Saturday. We would probably want to do earlier in the evening, obviously. It's just that we don't set up when we don't have a plan sometimes, and it's not a big deal to do these like real chill ones, but we want to have a little bit more time for people who don't want to stay up that late. So.
We actually have the volume really low here in the room, so I could barely hear it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so Tuesday's better for me too.
Tuesday?
Because it's
sweet.
Yeah. So we could do set it up to do Jackbox and Gartic Phone, and I'll let people know.
Okay.
That like playing that.
Cool. Well, I hope to see you on Tuesday. I'm glad you
Yep.
popped in tonight.
If we do it Tuesday, we'll do even earlier in the evening.
Yeah. Until then, I gotta go take Ace to work and go to bed.
Okay. Yep.
And Belinda may be on for
Yeah, I'm gonna stream for a little bit, probably.
a little bit.
Just doing some Slither for a bit. Yeah.
Slither.
I do
Trying.
need to eat though.
You're gonna try and find that moth.
Why did you remind me? Do you hate me? Why?
What?
Do you understand how... I don't think you understand how bad it was last night in there. I
Died.
was like, listen, I'm going to leave the room, and I return. We're all going to pretend that this room is a world in which this moth does not exist. It's not in here. I'm not trying to think about it.
Oh my god, look at this. What is this?
Ooh, nice. Have fun.
Alright. Anyway, good night.
Well, not have fun, but you know what I mean. Have a nice cold brew.
There's a cat that wants to love another cat that definitely doesn't want to love him.
I want to go sit with her. I love her. Okay, Dad can pet me.
All right.
I will do Tuesday. It probably might even be as early as 8 or 9, just because of the fact that people are up much earlier on Tuesday. So, all right.
All right. See you later.
Okay,
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye.